The cheek-to-cheek smile combined
Thanks to various social
The cheek to cheek. The cheek to cheek. The cheek to cheek.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Yeah, I know I'm late, but I've been jumping from stream to stream. I literally haven't had, I haven't even had like 15 minutes for myself today, so forgive me. This week is very packed. It's very, very packed, and I'm trying my best to stay on top of schedule, but I'm probably not gonna have a video ready, which is depressing. It's depressing to me. I'm not muted. I'm not muted. Why are you guys saying I'm muted? Ah, well, don't joke that I'm muted because that legitimately scared me. That's bait. Yeah, there was no background, but I didn't have chat on because I have to prepare stuff during the waiting room. Okay. Thank you, guys. Mikeneko. She gave us quite the scare this morning. Oh, thank you, Hagfish. We're going to watch a video on hag maxing. Oh my god. There's a video on hag maxing that I've wanted to watch for 2 consecutive streams, but I keep forgetting. So, real quick, before, where were you? I was on Legal Mindset stream. He invited me to go watch, like, a murder trial. But I legit, like, I just got out of bed and he told me to get on the stream, so I was curious and I feel like I learned a lot, but I also feel like I didn't do anything that I was supposed to do today. Like, I was supposed to file some taxes, I was supposed to, like, file some tax forms because I deal with a business in the United States and I'm Canadian. Yes, it was the suitcase murder. How horrible is that? That is crazy. The Sarah Boone trial, yeah. Crazy. Absolutely insane story. To me, from what I've seen, it looks like she's lying. It looks like she's lying. Yeah, I think she's gonna get cooked in cross-examination. She already, like, changed her story 3 times, apparently. At least that's what LM and the other lawyer, Eva, that was there. She's a Vtuber lawyer, and I think that's pretty interesting. Maybe we should have her on stream to comment on some legal cases someday. She seemed very knowledgeable, but her ping was so bad. Like, she would reply 5 seconds with a 5-second delay. It's kind of funny. What is her defense even? Her defense was 2 things. It was like, what was the term? Subverted self-defense? Like, it was self-defense, but he's in a suitcase, so how can you be threatened? You know? And the second thing, I don't remember what it was. Yeah, I don't remember. It's mostly self-defense. By the way, guys, we're trying to reach partner on Twitch, so if you are watching on YouTube, please take the time to also open the Twitch panel at twitch.tv/Rima_Evenstar. We need to get that partner so I can change my handle to Rima Evenstar and get a cool check mark. Alright, so first of all, real quick, I woke up this morning and I got this on my radar, this Yahoo article from, I'm not gonna present this, I think it's China, I'm not sure though. Yeah, it seems to be Yahoo China. It's, the article stated, when you translate it, how do I bring it back to the original? Yeah, it's Chinese. When you translate it to English, It literally says that she was arrested today. Who was defrauded of millions of yen due to credit card fraud was arrested today. And then I go on her Twitter and I see that she says, by the way, she's getting cooked on Twitter right now. She says, I have no criminal record. I'm like, holy shit. Why is she saying she has no criminal record and this Yahoo article is saying she got arrested? Yeah, what a horrible mistranslation. Turns out she was just taking a rest and she wasn't arrested. Credit to Aquarig for that joke. But because of that article and another one that I'm not going to show, that used one of her IRL picture, but it's like an IRL picture that she posted online with her mouth covered. She is freaking out on Twitter right now. I'm also having a lawyer look at the quote retweets I have been taking a break from. I will be taking action against any slander or libel I see. She is being very vindictive right now. Oh, this is where it started. So first she announces her announcement. Okay, I'm gonna speak. First she announces her hiatus. She says, I have an announcement. For years, I've been subjected to groundless slander and abuse, and have been criticized for being misunderstood. I have been fighting and running in various ways, but it seems that it was more of a burden than I thought. I am exhausted, both physically and mentally, and my thinking ability has been declining recently, so I'll take a little break. I'm going to rest my mind and body, so please wait for me. And then these articles come out. This one and the other Yahoo one that I mentioned. She does a Pixies fan box. Then she has that tweet saying she's taking a look at the quote retweets because people are saying mean things about her. And then she tweets again saying, this time I'm going to sue the Yahoo comments. And this isn't the first time she's saying she's mad at the Yahoo comments. She's been mad at the Yahoo comments while I was doing the research for my last Mikeneko video. Seriously, please stop telling me you can't pay because you're sick. Well, money isn't really important to me, so I want them to be punished. If I don't withdraw the criminal charges, the other party will have a criminal record. But I don't intend to withdraw them anymore, because I've given them many warnings. And this is the tweet saying, I have no criminal record. And then all of her tweets are getting community notice, and this is new, because this wasn't there this morning. It is a misconception that filing a criminal complaint will result in a criminal record. Unless you are charged with a criminal offense and are found guilty, including receiving a suspended sentence, you will not have a criminal record. Just to be clear, it is important to note that most people who become the subject of criminal investigation will have their documents referred to the prosecutor's office, and that it has nothing to do with their criminal record. Yeah, that source sucks. And it's not community noted yet, but they're fighting in the community notes too. It needs more upvotes. Oh, wait a minute! Don't tell me it's been. No way, dude. Alright. She deleted this tweet, so we're just gonna read it with Deep L. Deep L's not the greatest translation lately. It's like, it's been really bad. Here, let's start with this first. Mr. Yahoo article, I'm banning unauthorized reproduction. Please don't use the photo without permission. This is in regards to the Yahoo article where they use her selfie. I'll do this too. And then she added 2 hours later, by the way, you're wrong about the article. There is almost no recent slander, and he is taking a short break because he is tired of the slander he has been receiving. But the slander after the trial has not stopped. That's not the same thing at all. From my point of view, the meaning is so different that I don't know how you could write an article like that. Okay. So she's also disagreeing with what was written in the article. I read the article and it didn't feel like it was very short and objective. And I looked at the Yahoo comments and I didn't see anything that stood out either, so I'm very confused. I'm like very confused at the whole thing. I'm just going to hide my screen for a bit because I'll read you guys the other article. But I don't want to show her face because she's already upset and I don't want this to add to her anxiety. Just a second. This one is a Japanese article, so it would maybe make more sense that it would come under her radar. It says, well, keep in mind this is a Google translation. This hasn't been confirmed by my translator. I only got the other article, like, confirmed by my translator, and then he said, yeah, she's probably speaking about this article. That's how we figured that one out. Mafumafu's ex-wife Mikeneko announces hiatus from a little bit of good night to unfounded slander that has left her physically and mentally exhausted. Mikeneko, the ex-wife of a singer, Mafumafu, and a streamer, announced on X that she will be taking a break from activities on October 22, 2024. And then they linked the post saying, and it's like, it's just quoting the post, word for word. Mikeneko reported on the 8th that her trial with Mafumafu has ended. Mafumafu also reported on the same day that both parties have withdrawn their civil lawsuits and criminal charges. In January 2012, Mafumafu announced his marriage and divorce with Mikeneko. In January 2012? That is not true. That is not accurate. That's the wrong date. Mafumafu announced his marriage and divorce with Mikeneko and filed a lawsuit against her for moral harassment and online slander. Meanwhile, Mikeneko has filed a countersuit against Mafumafu and revealed that he has filed a complaint with the police. And that's it. That's really it. So, unless it's a mistranslation again. And like, this is the comments that she's freaking out about, I suppose. I don't understand why they're writing an article about it, but if the ex-husband doesn't want to be involved and has agreed in court to not be involved in any public way, articles like this are just dragging his feet. I wonder why they're bringing up the ex-husband name in conversation about his ex-wife every now and then. Well, because it was a very public divorce. Even though she gave him an engagement ring worth tens of millions of yen, he was slandered and said that they were in a state of separate marriage. And even though she expressed her desire to have it returned, he didn't give it back, and the apartment was a mess and she had to pay for cleaning and repairs, so it must have been a miserable experience. I think the pronouns are inversed here because it's like a scuffed translation. It is a very shallow article. This comment's right. It's like the Xerto article that it's like, it's one paragraph of actual content and everything else is just filling up word counts. Honestly, I'm even glad that she didn't remain in holo. There was a fuss about what she said and what wasn't said, but even if he didn't say it, it was clearly a discordant one-person thing, like she hated someone from her class or wanted them to be unhappy. Until recently, she was displaying stuffed toys of all the third generation members. Really? But I feel that her behavior is too bad in contrast to her good personality. There's no smoke without fire. When I do occasionally see clippings, it doesn't feel strange, but now the people inside are showing too much, so I don't think they're VTubers at all. When I watch her streams or I see clips of her, she seems completely normal, not gonna lie. It's more about what people are saying about her, or other people that claim they know her who are alleging things. Mikeneko is always saying she's tired and going to take a break. I see her post about taking a break on X here and there, so even people like me who don't watch streams know about it. Why don't you do a little research before writing an article? It's going to be tough for Mafu Mafu if he has to be referred to as Mafu Mafu's ex-wife every now and then. I didn't get the gist of it. It is what it is. There's 29 comments. It's a scam that she's going on hiatus. I wonder if she has a strong desire for approval, or if she's doing it out of necessity to make money. She just wanted a little break. And she's telling her audience, because they're used to seeing her live every single day. What's wrong with that? Hey, boy, Mikeneko. The train wreck that the fascinating train wreck that never ends. I mean, one thing's for sure. Like I said in my video, she's the content VTuber. People are fascinated with her, whether it be in a positive or negative way. I certainly find her interesting. I don't agree with everything she does or everything. I think a lot of her reactions online are optics L, and I wish she was more properly surrounded and counseled. But everybody slips up every now and then. You know, everybody cracks under pressure, so I can't blame her for that. It's kind of a nothing burger, but I think her tweeting about it though is drawing more people to look those articles up. Like I wouldn't have found those articles if it wasn't for her tweets. You know what I mean? So I think it would have been better if she didn't tweet about it. Sparkshot, thank you so much for the Twitch sub. Thank you for a very generous sub. So today, there's a few videos I really want to watch. There's the hackmaxing one from Shuan Head that we were literally doing a react stream while this video came out. But unfortunately, as I ended, that's when I found out about it. And I really want to watch this Coffeezilla exposing Andrew Tate's crypto grift. And Coffeezilla is one of these YouTubers that conducts their own investigation. What he does is very advanced, very high quality. Earlier, one girl called me the Coffeezilla of VTubers. And I am getting slowly into that territory, but I don't know if I want to actually conduct my own investigations, because when you accuse somebody of something, so far I'm reporting on what other people say. So there's no legal repercussion on what I say. It's not Rima accusing somebody. It's whoever I'm reporting on. I don't know what Kore is saying or other things. He's doing actual journalism, but that can make you liable to a lot of lawsuits. And recently, Coffeezilla's, I think he's been tangled in a few lawsuits. Now you can get an insurance for that. If you're a YouTuber, you can get an insurance. against having errors in your videos or people suing you for defamation or whatever. So it's defamation and just making like an honest mistake. They can also sue you for that. So he's caught in a lawsuit with Logan Paul. The problem with Coffeezilla is that he bought a very expensive insurance for his YouTube channel, but when he finally got sued and then he needed to cash in, they like loopholed him and basically was worthless, and they scammed him of like a $1 million, how do you call that, like the amount of money you're covered. He would have been covered for up to $1 million and he's gonna get 0. So, oh, his insurance dropped him. Yeah. Sounds like a normal insurance company, right? Yeah. So I'm really interested in what he's gonna say about Andrew Tate. What, guys, I was thinking about this the other day. When did Andrew Tate become like really famous? Did he become famous during the pandemic or before that? He became famous because of YouTube Shorts. But now he's just a fugitive, right? Or he just... I stopped following the story. I just know he yapped too much and he got like the attention of feds and international authorities. And now they're all cracking down on him. Bro, they cracked down on him before they cracked down on P. Diddy. Yeah, well, this is what happens when you flaunt too much about your crimes on camera. Seriously. What's wrong with people? And then that lawsuit we watched earlier with Legal Mindset, where the woman literally filmed the suitcase. It's just priorities, right? Can we get married to date your mom? You want to marry me to date my mom? It doesn't work like that. Allegedly, he did something really sussy in Romania. Oh my god, I remember that episode. Something about a pizza box. Listen, I don't remember all of the accusation anyway. He's been in hot water since then, and he's kind of falling off the limelight. I think that's the only thing I'll say about it. So, let's see what Coffeezilla has to say about his crypto grift.
Andrew Tate is a grifter, alleged human trafficker, and unfortunately, and this is true, a Coffeezilla fan.
Coffeezilla, who I actually kind of respected and had a brain.
That is until I investigated him. Now he's having a meltdown and doesn't like me anymore.
This is my statement to you, Coffeezilla. You're a nobody's scared of your investigation. I don't.
They're in cahoots together. There's no way. There's no way he filmed this bit for him. It fits so perfectly in this video.
I don't give a about your video. I don't respect your journalism.
Ah, yes. The normal reaction for people who don't care. Melting down on Twitter about how not worried you are. We'll come to Tate's mental breakdown.
And he has that fucking cup freshly cried food tears.
In a moment, but you should know, this isn't Tate and I's first run-in. He didn't like it when I exposed his get-rich-quick scheme over a year ago, but this time Tate stepped into my territory. Said he was going to launch a crypto coin. So I immediately pointed out that over a year ago, Tate said that he didn't need to rob his fans. He wasn't going to launch a coin. Tate replied, "Imagine being such a great detective you can't detect a joke." Now, I'll admit that one stung a little bit. And when I did some research, I realized I had been tricked.
Are you going to launch your own crypto?
No, I'm never gonna launch a crypto. I just like to with crypto Twitter.
Yeah, Andrew Tate is definitely kayfabing. Well, at least I hope so.
Because crypto Twitter are full of the biggest degenerate losers on the planet. They're losers. Crypto is the only scenario I can think of where you can make a whole bunch of money while benefiting society zero.
Well, there you have it. I mean, I can
I feel like I can think of a few more options. But damn, Andrew Tate almost sounds sensible here. Let's see what else he'll have to say.
apologize. I can admit when I'm wrong. Clearly, it was a joke. Tate would never actually scam people with a coin. Oh, turns out he did. Multiple times. And now is planning to launch a coin if you stay subscribed to his get-rich-quick scheme. So we're going to talk about all of that. We're going to investigate it. But first, we have to catch up with the Tate brothers. What have they been up to besides getting arrested? Most people know the Tates from clips talking about
Besides getting arrested, true. That's also the only thing I remember.
Politics and feminism, but the two brothers have made almost all their money from something else. According to Tate, the way they got rich was webcams. Taking advantage of lonely men, they bragged about it.
And me and my brother, and eventually some staff I trained, would do all the talking. The girls were just pure, just famoosers. We were taking their money, all of it.
And then they broke into male empowerment.
It's awful. It's like a... That's crazy. And she claimed to empower men, but if you're taking advantage of them. Imagine... I just imagine them behind the OnlyFans account, pretend that, you know, talking to the men for the girls. And having to rate their dick pics.
Which is ironic, teaching dating, manliness, and of course, money. You could join Hustlers University for $49 a month, where the best hustle was students reselling the course to their friends, which actually got the Tates quite popular because they encouraged the students to post their videos everywhere. But with that popularity came scrutiny, as old clips of the webcam business started surfacing, and not everyone found it as funny as Andrew did.
PhD is a pimp and hose degree that I'm...
Yeah, that didn't age really that well. Now, eventually, Romanian courts charged the Tate brothers with human trafficking. And although the Tates deny these claims, the PhD course almost perfectly describes the lover boy method, which is a type of human trafficking. Most of the Tates fans aren't even aware of these allegations because the Tate brothers have become experts at what I like to call the rebrand. This is where you completely 180 on a topic and pretend you never changed your mind. And this will be important later when we come to crypto. But watch for a second how Andrew Tate, a guy who made his money running webcams, now talks about the entertainment business while wearing a turtleneck.
Let's accept pornography is bad for a society. Let's accept that to be a fact.
It is
and
a
it
fact.
is true. Okay, why are they trying to destroy the society? Who are these people? What is their end goal? Is their end goal the of children? Is their end goal 12-year-olds to sit there and watch and want to have sex?
I mean, the balls to say, what are they up to? What do you think their goal is? Bro, you are they.
Yeah.
If there was a cabal, you're part of it. You admit to making millions of dollars, making the kind of stuff you're now claiming is ruining the youth. That is the skill.
Wait, didn't somebody do a financial analysis of his fortune? It wasn't even as big as he claimed. Like they like calculated his assets. Mikeneko when? Rima Cat? The Rima rating scale? No more size queen jokes. I like turtlenecks too, Twisted Jacks. There's nothing wrong with turtlenecks.
That Tate has honestly mastered. And we're going to watch them use that with crypto as well.
Ooh, new sub to Eureka offered by Nimbus6. Nimbus6, thank you so much for the sub, for the Twitch sub. Wow.
Either way, though, these criminal charges have put a lot of pressure on the Tate brothers, who've had cars, cash, and computers
No.
seized. And amidst all of
Dude, that car looks like the Penguins car. It just needs gold
crypto has
rims.
become much more interesting to them. Not that the Tates are new to crypto, of course, but they've sort of fully embraced the crypto meme coin grift. And just like with the webcams, they do a bit of a rebrand.
My problem with crypto is that it instigated a culture which I didn't like. I didn't like the crypto culture as a whole because the culture was based on getting in early, which...
Wait, The crypto culture is based on the grind set, which you promote, Andrew Tate. 4 inches is plenty. Shut up. Wait, isn't that a reference to that Fillion clip we watched with the Vtuber mom? 7 is average? Well,
I mean, I guess you could argue is a skill, but to a degree is luck. Gambling, rug pulls, staying anon, hiding like a little coward in a hole, like a little bitch, and just being a degen, laughing about how you're a Once I decided I was going to fix it, I decided I had to come up with an idea.
why are his pants so short? And what's this guy's haircut? I like his drip though. His drip is fine, but what are the haircut? What are his pants so short? Do these guys never wear socks? They wear turtlenecks, but they don't wear socks. They just wear moccasins.
Yeah, that allowed people to make money from the things they should make money from, which is hard work.
There it is. The Tates are here to fix crypto. It used to be full of scams, rug pulls, and anons before Andrew Tate got involved, but now everything's about to change. So we're going to look at the coins that Andrew and his brother promoted, see what kind of fixing they got.
His fortune wasn't as big as we thought. He couldn't afford longer trousers. Yeah, no one gave him the memo. No one gave him the memo about the shorter pants. They're not trendy anymore. It's all about baggy pants now.
Got up to, starting with Roost. Honestly, this is your textbook Ponzi coin, exactly the type of thing Tate would call a scam a year ago, but now he and his brother heavily promoted it over multiple videos. They even had flyers in their videos. And of course, during the promotion, the price did well. But when it was over, Roost is now down over 90%. Not only that, Roost's treasury wallet got hacked.
Is it just me or they have 2 secretly gay drip? No, I love no, Andrew Tate's drip is very metrosexual. The other guy's drip is pretty cool. I love the 80s sweatband look. The sweatsuit look. I love that. I love those kind of sweatsuits. I'm looking for one.
So the community literally got scammed. And to make it worse, the guy who got hacked was anonymous. So remind me what Andrew Tate doesn't like about crypto again?
Gambling, rug pulls, staying anon, hiding like a little coward in a hole, like a little bitch.
Oh, the same thing he promoted. But of course, Tate claims that he doesn't hold coins, he doesn't endorse coins, and he makes zero money. That is until other crypto promoters got tired of his grift and called him out for doing the same paid promotions they were doing. But you don't have to believe that guy. You can also look at the time Tate got exposed for trying to get Barron Trump to let him buy Donald Trump tokens at a lower price. In exchange, he'd pump it. So much for not owning coins, I guess. That was brought to my attention by Zach XBT, who also pointed out that Tate promoted something called Venom blockchain. His brother talked about it on a live stream.
Bitcoin, ETH, exciting stuff like Venom Network.
And of course, that price is
Why
down
isn't
as
he
well.
wearing
Tate
a
also
shirt?
promoted F Madonna token. And of course, that ended badly too. This stuff is such garbage. Here's another one of Tate's coins, which is down over 90% as well. Or you can look at this coin, Daddy token. You know, which makes sense given that Tate is sick of crypto being infantile, childish, and degenerate. And that's just the start of it. That's just the sludge you have to walk through to get to the main token. The main project Tate keeps promising, which is real world token. All of those others, if you want to believe Tate, were just promotions. Tate claims that this is the coin he's actually behind, and it's tied to his paid course. It used to be called Hustlers University, but now it's called Real World. Now, this has always kind of been the biggest part of Tate's businesses, this get-rich-quick scheme, but the problem with monthly subscriptions is, of course, that people drop out. They leave. And so the Tates have always tried tactics to get people to stay. Like they've said, Hustlers University was closing. It's almost full.
We do have a cap, so anyone who quits or leaves at any time.
Wait, as an influencer, you buy some small crypto and promote it and then sell? Oh, I get what you mean. So you buy like a crypto that's worth like pennies. You promote it so your fans buy it so it like increases the price, then you sell it. Is that what they're doing? That's a pump and dump? Oh, okay.
Time if the cap
That makes
is
sense,
reached,
actually.
while you're not subscribed, you're not getting in. Don't give a shit. That's it. We're closing. We're closing.
That's what we call
But
a
now
rug
the new
pull.
angle is this real-world
Oh.
token. Tate is promising a crypto airdrop to people who subscribe and stay subscribed to his monthly get-rich-quick course.
It's also very important for you.
Oh, that's highly illegal. You don't buy, you mint, which is create from thin air, and you promote. Dude, I don't understand crypto and all these virtual currencies. How can they be worth something if they're nothing? That's something I just can't wrap my mind around.
You think you can join for a month and quit the real world and just go back to being a nobody? No.
No.
You have to stay inside to increase your rank, to get your power level. Because if you quit and then you rejoin, you lose all your power points. So why would you lose all your power points to save $49? It doesn't even make sense.
Hi, Miss Fox.
Okay, so Tate's new plan is that you buy a get-rich-quick course, gain power points, you have to stay subscribed to keep your power points, and then they say they will pay you a percentage that their school makes.
The goal is that you can buy the token and
Yeah, they're all mostly speculations. All right, I got it, chat. Thank you. We do need a Rima coin. There's a Pippa coin, you know? It goes up. I talked about this in my Pippa video. Somebody made a Twitter account and it's tracking the value of the Pippa coin. And it goes up and down depending on her streams or what happened in the stream and stuff like that.
own a percentage of the school. So imagine you sign up for the real world, you start to make money, you focus on your tasks, then you can invest that money in the real world token and get paid every single month a monthly dividend from the profits of the school.
All right, I think I get it. So you got the people at the bottom, they're paying up into the course, into the school. Then you got the people higher with higher power levels. They're making money from people at the bottom with the coin. And then all that money flows up. It's just kind of this nice little pyramid scheme. Come to think of it, it is a little surprising that Tate claims to be working hand in hand with the SEC on this.
I am working
What's
with
the
the
SEC?
SEC so that the real world token can be launched as a security.
Now, maybe that is all true, but maybe Tate actually has another plan.
Oh, he's gonna get into the plan now, isn't he? Crypto is like Manhera, as you pump and dump. Make Rima coin and Parrot will promote it. Buy. Oh my god, it's such a good idea. I mean, if I'd make a Rima coin, it'd be just for funsies.
SEC come from me. I'm in Romania. There ain't no SEC in Romania. We're scammers. We're out here doing what we want. I'm gonna pump a coin up, make 10M, peel it off.
Well, I'll be honest, that could be it too. Now, at this point, I had significant evidence of Tate lying about crypto endorsements, not profiting, and using his followers as a piggy bank to pump crypto. So I figured now is the perfect time to approach Tate and get his response for comment, his side of the story. So I emailed him and his brother a list of questions about several meme coins they promoted, as well as the real world token. But instead of replying, Tate leaked my email address online and sent his war room after me, told them to email me that I'm gay. He even offered to pay money if they could prove they did it.
For every single person who can show me they have emailed Coffeezilla and called him gay, I will
Hashtag free the dates. He has a hashtag.
daddy.
Well, that escalated quickly. So, let me just see if I get the plan
These-
right here.
These cuts that he sent him do not make him look better.
The plan is...
Maybe to his fans, though.
Dislike and call someone gay, so the alpha male you like buys daddy coins for you. Got it. 800 emails later, a word cloud of Tate's war room will give you a sense of who these guys are. But I'll also share this email I got. It's not personal, coffee breaks. I really want Andrew to raise the price of daddy's coin. And he says he's gonna pump money into the coin. Trust me, it's nothing personal, but I bought a lot of the coin and I have to do this, so please forgive me. I mean, you can almost smell the desperation. Get rich quick by hurling slurs at a journalist. But absurdity aside, I have to say this is disgusting. It's not normal to be mocking people based on internal characteristics. And even though I have thick skin, I will admit, some of it got to me. Specifically, Tate called me a DNG, a dork, nerd, geek. I'll admit,
That's
he
what
hit a nerve here.
That's what DNG stands for.
Now, before I get 800 emails about being a nerd, I'll tell you, the reason I'm annoyed may not be what you think. Sure, I might use word clouds from time to time, but I just couldn't believe who it was coming from. These two guys, I've seen their live streams, and I gotta say, the Tates give me real competition in the dork nerd geek department.
You can join the council via the course.
There's no,
Then, of course,
there's no get rich quick methods. There really isn't. It sucks. I know it sucks. It'd be nice to just be able to buy a lottery ticket and get rich, and I bought a couple lottery tickets and I never won anything, and I just ended up wasting my money. Same when I invested in stocks. It was a waste of all my savings. Like, just don't do the same mistakes I did. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your hard-earned money.
we will have kings, rooks, bishops,
Except buy the Rima coin.
you will all get a base allocation. This means that if you're a knight, you should work as hard as possible to become a bishop, to work as hard as possible to become a rook, to work as hard as possible to become a king, because you know the day this imaginary project comes true, you will be rewarded for all of that hard work in cold, hard cash.
Okay, let me start by saying there's nothing wrong with being a geek or a nerd. But anyone who has a council to join, entitles people bishops, rooks, and knights, loses the right to the pejorative. Newsflash, the Tate brothers are nerds. They're nerds on steroids. For legal reasons, I mean that figuratively. But haven't you noticed that they're obsessed with the Matrix, councils, and chess, all things very much in the domain of nerds? Just because you try to slap a rented supercar in the middle of all of it doesn't mean we're fooled. Anyone who says
He's flipping the script on them. That's so funny. It's true that you could say that chess is for dorks. He sucks at chess. Duke King is the least powerful piece. Oh my god, so true. And the Matrix. Listen, the Matrix was a masterpiece, though. It was really good. I can understand their obsession for it, but you know what? I'm a dork, so that it makes sense. This tracks. This literally tracks. The stage shots, I can't take it seriously, man. I just can't.
Your power levels is automatically a massive nerd. But beyond this cope, Andrew Tate's real opponent isn't even me. It's himself. He's the one who said horrible things about people who launch influencer coins.
There's no such thing as free money. For everyone who wins, someone...
Funny how he didn't mention the queen, the most powerful piece in the chess. True, but also, yeah, the queen doesn't sound manly enough. That's why he can't mention it. He can't utter the words.
else must lose. If you buy a coin for $1 and sell it for $10, someone bought it at $10. If it then goes down, the person who bought it at $10 loses money. I do not want any of my fans to ever lose money in my name, ever, because I don't need money, so I refuse to sell out my fans for money.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but Tate was right about that.
What? Wait, so did he say that before he started the whole crypto stuff?
But now he's doing exactly what he ranted again. Extracting money from his fans, promoting garbage that is now down 90%. Meanwhile, the exact people defending Tate blindly are the same people who are going to be holding the bags in a few months, wondering why they aren't rich. Of course, by then, Tate will have something new to sell them.
And that is the story of Andrew Tate's new crypto exploits. All right, can you get me a Pinot Grigio, please? It has been a long day with very stupid people.
White wine? Surely that's not what you want in this episode, right?
What's the big deal?
Oh, it's fine, but they might be watching.
They? Who's the...
It's the Matrix!
Oh, you mean, the Matrix?
No, even worse.
No?
The alpha males.
Ah, right. Okay, scratch that. I'll just have your finest whiskey then. Shaken, not... Whatever, just give me that and a cigar, please.
Oh, who are we kidding? You're not being the allegations, Coffee.
What allegations?
Well, I was gonna wait to break it to you, but the allegation that your nerd levels are also off the charts.
Oh, that's what you're worried about? Yeah, I'm a nerd. What's the big deal?
What's the big deal? Coffee, these Tate fans are gonna eat you alive.
No, they're not. I've got these guys figured out. It's the one thing I learned while researching Tate. You can do whatever you want. You can be as nerdy as you want. You can even tell these people to their face that they're gonna get scammed. But as long as you end it with a flashy sequence in a sports car, they'll love you for it.
You son of a bitch. I'm in.
Is he in a Batmobile? What the fuck? It's a flying car.
Dog, say what I want. SEC, come for me. I'm in Romania. There ain't no SEC in Romania. Scammers. I'm gonna pump a coin up. Make 10M. Bunch of fucking brokies on the outside. Wage cuts. Losing their life savings. Fucking scammers.
Yeah, I hate white line. Oh, that's the name of his supporters. That's such a cool way of presenting it. His videos are so well put together. Really, this channel really impresses me. That was a very short video. He does make a few short videos. Binance fined 4.3 billion. CEO pleads guilty. It was a setup. Logan Paul's refund. Bro, Logan Paul is so mad. Okay, let's go back to our playlist. I hate that my playlist always starts from the oldest video I put in it instead of the newest. He's got the Voidzilla channel too. Oh, I think that's the channel where he talked about his lawsuit. Yeah, I mean, he makes great videos. Go watch him. Go sub to him if you haven't done so already. Let's watch the Hack Maxing video now.
Various social and economic factors.
Hi, Shu. You look great today. Quality. Let's do 1080.
Thanks to various social and economic factors and the rich, evil pedophile clowns that run our gay, retarded government, the American dream of owning a house and having a wife and 2 kids is dying. And the Zoomer Coomer fantasy of a rich, older girlfriend taking...
The Zoomer Coomer fantasy. I gotta appreciate that line for a second. Hold up. I gotta fix my sitting position if I'm gonna properly enjoy this video. So this video is meant to be enjoyed. Alright. Are you guys ready? Let's get it.
Charge and making you chicken nuggies while you play video games in your pajamas all day is thriving. Back in my day, we called this cougar hunting. Or, you know, mommy issues. But the kids today are calling it something different. Hag maxing.
Bro, I love her scripts. I don't know how long she takes to come up with this, if she's coming up with these on the spot, but she's so good.
In my last video, I jokingly referenced the term hag maxing.
You've been on a date with a 40-year-old.
Okay, that's different.
How is that different?
He's right, it's different. You're robbing the cradle, he's hag maxing. Educate yourself. Which greatly intrigued a lot of you. So I decided, you know what, I am going to make an entire video dedicated to covering this phenomenon. Gen Z men going out of their way to date older women. What is this? Why is this happening? Is this happening? And if it's happening, is it a good thing? Or is it a symptom of broader societal issues? Why are all these young whippersnappers scooping up these older timepieces?
Wow! Why'd she call us older timepieces? Chill, chill. I'm forever 19.
Oh, speaking of timepieces, let's quickly get into today's sponsor, Holzgern. Holzgern is a young Austrian company that creates uniquely crafted watches, jewelry, and accessories using all-natural materials like wood and stone. They're high-quality timepieces.
Wait, I've never seen Shu with glasses. Wait, she looks hot with the glasses.
Personally, I'm a huge fan of their men's watch collection, like the solar-powered watch.
Skip? No, I got yelled at. You guys told me to skip the ad last time, and I got yelled at on my YouTube channel. I can't.
Comfort Crusher.
Apparently, it's
made with
BM
fine-grained walnut
to
wood
skip.
and encased in stainless steel. The walnut wood
That's a
comes
nice
from
watch.
here in North America, and all the wood Holtzgren uses are FSC certified, ensuring that it was forested in a sustainable way. I got my husband the Open Horizon watch,
that's a nice
modeled
one.
after a real pilot's watch. It comes with a beautiful green marble dial and even has a built-in stopwatch function. He loves the sporty yet professional look, making it a perfect choice to wear at both work and home. And it would be a great gift for any cougar looking to spoil their Zoomer boyfriend. Just saying. The watch I picked out for myself is the Colorburst Automatic watch. It has
that's a
unique
good
green
one.
Mosaic embedded
That's my
in a
favorite one so
stainless steel
far.
casing, and its wooden strap is easily adjustable to fit every
How many of you actually like wear watches?
wrist. Holtzgren's products are made in small.
Skip for the whole skip ad like talk. I don't get anything else if people react to my video and they skip my sponsorships. That's fine with me, but I ask people not to skip my self-promo bits, like the like and subscribe, me showcasing my new model, or me showcasing my, my merch. I'll ask to not skip that though. For the rest, I don't care.
Quantities to ensure that each item is built to last. They do a great job combining functionality and fashion, and I just think their watches look really neat. Holtzgren also creates elegantly crafted earrings, rings, bracelets, and necklaces, like this platinum-plated shade necklace. The store has accessories for both men and women, like the durable Forte bandlet for men, made from orange-white marble, or the Duet bandlet for women, made with zebra wood and elegant gold stainless steel. All items come with a 2-year warranty, and ordering is super easy with free express shipping to the US and most EU countries within
These are
2
really
to 5
nice
days.
watch.
So if you're looking for a gift for someone, or you just want to treat yourself to a nice high-quality watch, I definitely recommend checking out their store. Just click the link in the video description and use my special discount code SHOE at checkout to get 10% off your order store-wide. So big thank you to Holtzgren for sponsoring this video. Now, let's get back to...
Yeah, I don't use watches, since now I just use my phone if I need the time, or I ask Alexa. Alexa, what time is it? Can you hear her? She said, "Good evening, Rima. The time is 5:10 p.m. And she also tells me the weather sometimes, so that's nice.
To it. What's up with Gen Z slang, dude? Looks maxing, hag maxing, riz, sus. Back in my day, we had our epic bacon and rafflecopters, and we were happy. Now, when I think of the term
Oh my
hag,
god, the rafflecopters! Jesus. That's a blast from a memory unlocked.
I think of an evil, cackling witch. But no, apparently now it means women above 30. Fuck you guys. I'm so tired of comments that are like, I used to watch you when I was in 3rd grade and now I'm graduating college. Good for you. Awesome. Congratulations.
I bet
My
him.
knees hurt when I get up off the floor. Now, this term hag maxing went viral a few months ago with this screenshot. Meet the hag maxers, Gen Z's new social trend of dating older women. A very strange phenomenon is making its rounds on social media. Gen Z men are
It's
ditching
been
casual sex
84
with their women to
years.
pursue long-term relationships with financially stable and experienced millennial ladies. Now, even though this article doesn't actually exist, it was a meme created on 4chan, because of course it was, but the meme did spark a massive conversation and debate about hag maxing.
Hags
And
love.
people had a lot of strong opinions about it. Motherless behavior. This is just mommy issues rebrand. Another day, another psyop. It's not hag maxing, it's MILF hunting.
And it's an art.
Please don't misappropriate my fetishes, giving the dumbest name known to humankind to having a mommy kink. I mean, to be honest, I'm 16 waiting for a 20 to 25-year-old to pick me up, lol. Okay, officer. I'm gonna throw up. I would love to have a 40-year-old sugar mama who buys me gifts and pays my bills. Drizzle drizzle. Young hard
Oh, Drizzle Drizzle Mansion! I love that. Do you guys know what Drizzle Drizzle is? It is the man version of Sprinkle Sprinkle. Drizzle drizzle is the art of finessing as a man.
And the older women who enjoy them. This isn't new. Hagmax bandwagoners are so cringe. I've been hagmaxing since 2nd grade in Miss Johnson's class. I am going to kill every last Gen Z and Gen Alpha kid on this planet, including myself.
Whoa.
I want to be a hagmaxer.
Chill.
LOL. Any female taker? XD. I like thick MILFs and I cannot lie. Oh, nice. It must be socially acceptable for 37-year-old men to date 20-year-old women again. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Absolutely not. I fucking love adult women. Women over 32 should be illegal. Now, according to the very astute, always reliable source, knowyourmeme.com, the term hagmaxing is very popular in the Vtuber community. Now, I don't have much interest in the Vtuber community, but they seem to have a lot of interest in me. A lot of interest. Should I do a video reacting to VTubers reacting to me one day? That might be fun. Let me know if I should do that.
Horrific.
Although it seems to be a meme amongst the VTubers and the weebs, it is apparently a thing happening in real life. Rise of the boy.
She said she doesn't have any interest in the VTubing community. Well, but you know what? I don't even have any interest in you, okay? I'm just watching this because... it's not because it's not like it's the 4th video we watch of you. It's just, I also don't care. If you don't care, I don't care. That's right.
Toy. Why older women are dating Gen Z men at record rates. One woman stated, "Women my age seem to be excited by the freshness and lack of bitterness that comes with dating someone younger. Younger men seem more open and less burdened by insecurities." Okay, I have a feeling I'm going to be saying this like 100.
Yeah, because you know what? You know why guys like older women? It's because guys are too shy to go after women. So they need people that are not playing this dumbass games that the young people do when they try to date. Where they like pretend they're not interested, but they are secretly interested. That's too much of a mind fuck. That's too complicated.
100 times in this video, but could you imagine an article like this with the genders reversed? I love dating these young, fresh boys. They're less bitter. They have less baggage. They got ran through. People would just be calling it red pill incel shit. Age gap relationships between millennial women and Gen Z men are on the rise. Our analysis of age hypogamy reveals the pragmatic underpinning of these relationships. It sometimes comes down to who's available. Many older men prefer to date younger women. The same is true for a lot of older women, with millennial and Gen Z men emerging as appealing dating options. For their part, many Gen Z men might have few opportunities to date women their own age, or prefer to date older women for various reasons. Enter millennial women.
And I'm proud to be a millennial with my side part and skinny jeans.
If you're an older millennial woman, you might be attracted to younger men for their energy, inclusive views about sex and gender, and superior care and literacy about their partner's emotional well-being. In many ways, Gen Z men see millennial women as an opportunity to level up emotionally and socially. With their evolved attitudes about
I hate when people use gaming words to explain concepts to young people. They're like, it's such a, they baby them so much. They're like, imagine if you're in Warcraft and you're the priest and you're emotionally healing the other person. It's like, okay, they're not that dumb. They have more than one brain cell. Level up. Nah, dude.
Everything from non-monogamy and gender fluidity to the anti-hustle soft life, Gen Z men may be the most likely generation to overturn powerfully entrenched stereotypes about sex and relationships. The kind featured by podcast bros. I love how millennial women have just psyoped themselves into believing a man who thinks f***ing a whole bunch of different women at the same time with
it gets worse when you read the I don't know. Okay, wait, let me just... This went on too fast. I need a second for this to sink in. With their evolved attitudes about everything from non-monogamy and gender fluidity to the anti-hustle soft life, Gen Z men may be the most likely generation to overturn powerfully entrenched stereotypes about sex and relationships. The kind featured by podcast bros, where unscientific notions like sexual market value and oppressive patriarchal norms are peddled to the red pill crew. But wait, how is the soft life? Isn't that the opposite of the kind featured by the podcast bros and the red pill crew? Isn't that like two polar opposites?
By podcast bros. I love how millennial women have just psyoped themselves into believing a man who thinks fucking a whole bunch of different women at the same time with no romantic commitment is an evolved way of looking at relationships. Like, yes, queen, that zoomer you're banging is so open-minded and progressive. He's not like those podcast bros. I swear modern feminism is like the greatest trick men have played on women. Like, just a bunch
She's kind of right, because both of them are fucking numerous people at the same time and don't want to settle.
of dudes got in a room one day and were like, hear me out. We convinced them that getting naked and sleeping around is empowering. Genius! Even Hollywood seems to be hopping on the hag-maxing train. Why are so many older women dating younger men in recent rom-coms? I'm old enough to be your mother, sighs Anne Hathaway as she passionately entwines with Amazon's—
Hey, this isn't new. Napoleon dated, well, he married Josephine, and Josephine was like 7 years older than him, I think. I think one of his wedding gifts was, or was it him when he became emperor? He took off a few years off her birth certificate or something. Like he took off a few years off her age officially.
new heartthrob Nicholas Galazine in The Idea of You. Oh, Anne Hathaway? I'm sorry, who wouldn't hag max with Anne Hathaway?
What a forward young man you are! My goodness.
This phenomena is a groundbreaking shift, considering Hollywood's reputation for perpetuating the male gaze and old men's uncanny obsession with younger women. You know, I really don't care about this shit, but it is so funny how much of this equality stuff is just, okay, now it's women's turn to do the thing we said was bad. All the new strong female leads in movies that are just kind of assholes. Celebrating.
We didn't say it was bad. We didn't say it was bad. Only some people were upset that Leonardo DiCaprio was dating young women. But no, I feel like most people don't care.
Of billionaire female CEOs. Like, did you actually want change? Or was it really all just penis envy? Older women partnering with younger men. Why do some people have a problem with that? Perhaps celebrities will help ease the stigma. The French president's wife, Brigitte Macron, is almost 25 years older than her husband. They met when he was 15, and she was his high school teacher. Wait.
Whoa.
That is not good. There should be a stigma against that.
Wait, really?
What? Maybe these high-profile women will help
you
shatter
guys called it into chat before it even happened. Did you guys pre-watch this? Did you guys pre-watch this, chat?
Stigma and normalize the benefits of widening our options when seeking romantic partnerships. After all, at every age, we deserve what our hearts desire. No. When you are a grown-ass teacher and your heart desires an underage student, you do not, in fact, deserve that. What am I reading? I'm 37 and my boyfriend is 23. I make upper six figures and own a condo in New York City. At least 3 of my friends are also dating.
Wait. I am 37. My boyfriend's 23. I make upper 6 figures and own a condo. Okay. One is 32 and has been dating. I think I don't rely on men to be. Okay, I'll let her finish.
Significantly younger men. One is 32 and has been dating a 19-year-old for 3 years. I don't rely on men to be financially stable. I don't need my man to have a good job. We both know what we want out of this relationship and we're getting it. You know, honestly, good for this. Wait, one is 32 dating a 19-year-old for 3 years. Oh,
wait!
Oh, no.
The math! The math! Wait! One is 32 dating a 19 years old for 3 years, so he was 16 when they started dating! Hey, yo, FBI! Sergio Diaz, no!
Older women aren't man haters. We have a lot of love and make a man feel like a man. We are not drama queens. We can't get pregnant. We are very sexy. I'm not like the other girls. I'm infertile. Men dating older women is called hag maxing now. Why can't men just be normal? Why does everything have to be misogynistic?
Why is it misogynistic?
It's not misogynistic. The term hag here is endearing. We're taking back the term hag. It's like when black people took back the N-word. There's something seriously disgusting about men taking advantage of women's loneliness for their resources. So when it's a younger man dating an older woman, the younger man is still the predatory one? What? You guys
Wait,
just
what? Wait.
cannot win.
Okay, some of the comments I need to read them for them to sink in. There is something seriously disgusting about men taking advantage of women's loneliness for their resources. Somebody get CPS on the line, arrest the parents and the hag.
Something seriously disgusting about men taking advantage of women's loneliness for their resources. So when it's a younger man dating an older woman, the younger man is still the predatory one? What? You guys just cannot win. Really? This is so disgusting. 34 is not old. I am not a hag. Okay, so we've heard from the hags. Now let's hear from the hag maxers. Why are these young men dating older women? I have mommy issues.
It's a joke term.
Well,
why is it taken so seriously?
There has to be other reasons, right? I have a granny fetish. Come on, there's gotta be another reason. Because Gen Z women aren't worth going for. And I have mommy issues. To be honest, as a guy who's 22 dating a 36-year-old, I think for the most part older women are just a lot less drama and just more mature. Older the better. Most have a car, a house, financial stability, and time. They are mature and can teach you some valuable lessons, wisdom, and experience. I'm still 19, and for me, older women I flirt with at bars and clubs are much more receptive and flirty than Zoomer girls. Honestly, it's partly because modern Western girls from 18 to 25 are like 80% hoes now. A woman who is 30 today likely has fewer partners, sexual or other, than a woman who is 5 years younger than her. I changed my Tinder age range from 20 to 25 to 30 to 39 and have been going on more dates than ever before with beautiful women who do not care that I don't make 6 figures at 22.
6 figures at 22 years old? Is that the Tinder trick? Is that the hack? You change your age range to older? Ain't no way.
Years old. It's either take care of a younger woman who we know is potentially a flight risk, or appreciate an older woman who has their own shit together.
What's a flight risk?
George W. Bush married an older woman to get that money. I don't think George W. Bush should be a role model for anything. Easy, good sex, intellectual conversations, less games, more fun, and they treat you nicely. They tend to be more grounded. Did I mention the sex part? Oh, and if it's post-menopause, even better. If girls can date older men, then why not younger men date older women? I'm 16, and I'm not attracted to anyone below 30 years old. Ah yes, the elusive...
Flight risk is that when they ditch you for someone better? Did my YouTube chat just crap? Oh, she'll leave. Yeah, no, it just stopped showing up for me. But I got you back now. Yeah, we're good, we're good.
Reverse pedophile. Dating a woman with a career, property, experience in bed, and life. What's not to like? Young sluts want the money up front. Old sluts are just happy to get some attention. Older women fed me, slept with me, and sent me on my way with snack packs. Legit amazing. I'm 26 now, dating a 38-year-old after years of trying with women my age and younger. They're all social media obsessed narcissists. I feel like they're hyping up millennial women too much here. Oh, they're not narcissists obsessed with social media. You guys weren't around during the MySpace days. Have you ever met a Gen Z woman? Who would want to date them? They're me, give me, take care of me. Man, if the ones my age ain't loyal, might as well. They're basically like a grandma caring for you and taking care of you. Oh my god. Nothing like a no denture adventure. You people are sick. Now, I don't believe this is happening more than ever just because Gen Z men like easy sex or gifts, or that Gen Z women are too obsessed with drama or social media. No, I think there's more to it, and I have a few theories. So, as we talked about before in other videos, a lot of men are dropping out of college. The issue is, a lot of young college-educated women want college-educated men. See, Stacy is looking for someone college-educated who's making more than her, but not that many young men are on that level yet. Older men are, but not many around Stacy's age. But you know who doesn't care? Karen. Karen doesn't care about your lack of college degree. Karen wants to pick you up in her 2013 Toyota minivan and bang you in the back seat, then take you to Olive Garden. No strings attached. Unlimited breadsticks. For basically all of human history, the most prevalent age gap was older man and younger woman. But why?
Yeah, Dogu, they do.
Why? Well, it's because men are all disgusting creeps who should be thrown into work camps and castrated and forced to make us pumpkin spice lattes. But also, it's because younger women are more fertile and
I'm legit drinking a pumpkin spice latte, and I never ever take those flavored lattes. I swear, chat. I don't know why today I decided that I wanted one. I swear it's a coincidence. Why am I getting called out left and right in this video? What is this?
Point of relationships is to make babies, or at least it used to be.
I'm never
at least in our
ordering one
lizard
again.
Brains. That's the whole point. I don't know what the point of modern relationships are anymore. I just learned recently that people purposely get into short-term relationships, which is bizarre to me. Like,
That's
what's
weird.
the point? As well as situationships.
Yes, yes. That is so weird. Stop inventing new words for relationships. We don't need to make relationships more complicated than they already are. Stop it. Stop. No denture adventure is crazy? What's no denture adventure? Also, thank you for your third super chat on a live stream ever. Wow, thank you. Thank you for using this on me.
The world is very confusing. It turns out people
dating is hell right now. I don't know. True. I don't know if it's always been that way, but it is. It totally is.
Are different than me. Now, let's be real. Hagmaxing simply does not make any sense from a
no T for activities. Oh my god. No! Why did you guys put this image in my head? Ew!
Evolutionary biological standpoint. But it's 2024. We have surpassed the need for evolutionary biology. We can grow babies in pods and also kill ourselves in them. Our brains are full of plastic now. Men wanting to be with younger women made sense when babies were the goal, but babies don't seem to be the goal anymore. For many older women who simply don't want to have them, and for many younger Gen Z men who think they can't afford them, or even worse, are scared that having kids will contribute to climate change. It's like every other week I see an article, fear-mongering Gen Z, don't have kids, it will increase the carbon emissions, blah blah blah, you have to save the planet, and first of all I gotta ask, who the fuck we saving the planet for if not future generations? So if Gen Z does not want kids, if they think they can't afford kids, why does being with a fertile woman even matter? Might as well date an older woman, might as well scramble those rotten eggs. Oh. Editor. Edit that out. No. But believe it or not, hagmaxing is not really a new thing. It's been around for a really long time. Hundreds of years even. In fact, there was a very famous hagmaxer in American history who wrote an entire letter of why it's preferable to sleep with an older woman. And that hagmaxer's name? Benjamin Franklin. No, I'm not kidding. Benjamin Franklin literally wrote about the benefits of hagmaxing. And what's funny is a lot of the reasons Benjamin Franklin gives are the same reasons a lot of the Zoomers who hagmax give today. Because as they have more knowledge of the world and their minds are better stored with observations, their conversation is more improving and more lastingly agreeable. Because when women cease to be handsome, they study to be good. So basically, she can't rely on her looks anymore and has to develop a personality.
Yeah,
because
but
there is no hazard of—
Yeah, but if the girl wasn't good looking in high school and stuff, then she still had to work on her personality. So it can work both ways. It doesn't have to be after you were good looking, it can be before too.
Children, which irregularly produce
And same with guys.
Seduced may be attended with much inconvenience, because through more experience, they are more prudent and discreet in conducting an intrigue to prevent suspicion. They're easier to cheat on your wife with. Lovely, because in every animal that walks upright, the deficiency of the fluids that fill the muscles appears first in the highest part. The face first grows lank and wrinkled, then the neck, then the breast and arms, the lower parts continuing to the last, as plump as ever. Benjamin Franklin really just said, "The ass is still fat." Incredible stuff from our founding fathers. I will literally never be able to look at a picture of this man the same again. This is no longer the guy who discovered electricity. No, this is the great American hag maxer. So basically, some Gen Z guys have found a hack in the male loneliness epidemic by dating the women who are suffering from the female loneliness epidemic. Like the two unwanted ends of a bread loaf coming together to make a sandwich. Beautiful. Two people who believe they are the leftovers of society. Two people using each other to temporarily numb the pain. Or maybe it's not that fucking deep and it's just a funny meme. To be honest, I don't think this is an epidemic, like the internet makes it seem like it is. All the data basically says that women prefer to date men slightly older than them or around the same age as them, and men tend to date women younger than them or around the same age as them. Large age gaps, for the most part, are rare. In relationships where the man is older, he's usually only older by 1 to 2 years. In relationships where the woman is older, 2 to 3 years. In all Western countries, only 8% of couples have an age gap of 10 or more, and couples with a larger age gap have more of a chance of getting a divorce. But it is a rising trend to think about and keep an eye on. As the social landscape continues to change, so will gender dynamics, and I find that very interesting. But that's enough of my yapping. What do you guys think? What do you think of hag maxing? Have you ever hag maxed? Would you hag max? Personally, I am married to someone younger than me. He was graduating middle school.
He's
I was going to college. Well, to be clear, I did not know him when he was in middle school. I am not married to a middle schooler. Not a groomer, folks. Do not put in the newspaper that I am a groomer. If you like this video, please consider supporting me on Patreon, link down below. It helps the channel a lot, and I appreciate it so much. Also, big shout out to Holtzkern again for sponsoring this video. Check them out, link down below, and I will see you next time with a new video. Bye!
Bye! That was a funny video. I like her video. They're fast-paced and fun. I'm very vulnerable right now. If any older woman are reading this. Unfortunately, hag maxing at my age involves a shovel and a cemetery. No, dude! When I was 22, I dated a 44-year-old. Eventually, she left her husband, and the relationship went downhill pretty fast after that. Moral of the story, never bang your supervisor or someone married or someone with a knife collection and a tendency to throw things when she got angry. True, Anakin Skywalker was a hag maxer. But literally, Natalie Portman does not age in these two movies. She looks exactly the same, but he's literally a kid when she meets him and a full-blown-ass adult in the other movie, in the sequel. True! No truer words have ever been spoken. I used to watch you when I was an embryo. You should have put a trigger warning before that Anne Hathaway clip. I started barking at work. Reasons to date an older woman. The ass is still fat. Benjamin Franklin. That is so funny. Oh my god, that Natalie Portman, that Anakin Skywalker comment cracked me up. Alright, shoe on head, guys. Go watch the video, go subscribe. Really funny, really funny. Okay, we have time for a few more videos. Oh, I want to watch this Mudang video real quick. It's only 8 minutes long.
I pledge allegiance to the...
Do you guys know about Mudang? I've been posting about her. I even have a shirt of her. I have a really cute Mudang t-shirt. I think she's adorable. She's like this pygmy hippo from Thailand.
Swag of the United States of Dang America. That's right, losers. Strap in. It's time to talk about Mudang. If you don't know who Mudang is, go ahead and click off this video right now. I'm only kidding. Everyone alive should know who this international superstar is. Mudang is a baby pygmy hippopotamus whose name literally translates to bouncy pork or bouncy pig. She also shares her name with a popular dish from Thailand, where she's from. She was born the 10th of July 2024, and shortly after, she took the world by storm. Videos and pictures of Mudang becoming ungovernable have garnered millions of views across the internet, and visitors to the Khao Keo Open Zoo where she lives have more than tripled since her rise to fame. But I think she's so much more than just a TikTok trend. She's everything. Her story is a microcosm of the struggle of conservation itself. And to me, she perfectly encapsulates the good that zoos can do and how we as humans often fall short. Believe it or not, zoos are a fairly controversial topic. There is a not insignificant contingent of people who believe that animals should be free no matter what, and that zoos are essentially prisons. In a perfect world, I think they'd have a pretty fair argument. But I think you and I both know that this is far from a perfect world. In reality, zoos play an important role in conservation, providing sanctuary for endangered species that are at risk of extinction thanks to things like poaching and habitat loss. Accredited zoos across America and the rest of the world attempt to bolster falling population numbers by participating in the Species Survival Plan program, which, according to Scientific American, aims to manage the breeding of specific endangered species in order to help maintain healthy and self-sustaining populations that are both genetically diverse and demographically stable. Many species included in these SSPs are bred in captivity with the goal of being reintroduced to their native habitat. For example, there are only 22 California condors remaining in the year 1987, all of which were collected to be part of the captive breeding program. As of 2022, after years of captive breeding and careful reintroduction to the wild, that number has risen all the way to 561 in total, with 347 of them living in the wild today. Also, 2015 was the first year since at least 1987 where more condors were born in the wild than died. That's huge for a species that takes about 6 years to reach sexual maturity and has about 1 egg per clutch. Mudang herself belongs to an endangered species. She is a pygmy hippopotamus, of which there are estimated to be less than 2,500 left in the wilds of West Africa.
Okay, and now there's a new bootleg Mudang, or like a Mudang competitor that I've seen. What's her name? Do you guys know about the Mudang competitor? It's another like pygmy hippo. I found her on the Teddy Fresh website. Let them fight? Hold up. I found a shirt with her, and I thought it was Mudang, but it's not. It doesn't say her name. It looks like Mudang. Right? It looks like Mudang. Noise gate? Oh. I'm sitting very far. I'm leaning all the way back in my chair. I've been chilling. Yeah, there's like this new pygmy hippo that's on the block. It's like a bootleg Mudang. And they're from the San Diego Zoo. They're gonna try to make her popular too. But Mudang is precious. Teddy Fresh. Teddy Fresh is the brand.
Open Zoo is not officially accredited by the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. Pygmy hippos and their larger cousins are among the 290 species that are a part of the Species Survival Program. Given that Mudang is actually the third pygmy hippo to be born to her parents Jonah and Tony, I'd say the zoo and the keepers are doing a good job to take care of the animals and to boost their population numbers. Not only are they doing well to accomplish their primary goal, but they're hitting it out of the park with their secondary goal, to raise awareness about the fight for wildlife conservation. To say that Mudang is on top of the world right now would be the understatement of the year. But like I said earlier, Mudang's internet celebrity status has been a double-edged sword. On the one hand, her meteoric rise in popularity has increased visitors to the park to record numbers. Those ticket sales are maintaining the—
I recorded a Mudang short like 3 weeks ago and it's still not edited. Can we... I need this short to be, like, all of this info is in my short.
Zoo itself, as well as conservation efforts in the wild, which is the reason animals are exhibited in zoos in the first place. The zoo is also selling official Mudang merch that will benefit the animals in the zoo as well as pygmy hippopotamus conservation overall. Unfortunately, these merch items are only being sold at the zoo itself for the time being, and with that limitation in place, other less scrupulous actors have stepped in to capitalize on the craze.
Yeah.
There are the usual suspects like Barstool Sports, who will literally slap anything that gets more than 1 million views on a t-shirt within the hour, and the 1 million Etsy/Redbubble shops that are probably shipping these prints out on toilet
TBH, I did buy one, I bought one from this Etsy shops. I know, I'm contributed to the problem. I'm part of the problem. But it's such a good shirt though.
Needless to say, none of these proceeds are going to benefit Mudang. Even worse still, a lot of these fast fashion-esque products are probably just going to contribute to the further destruction of the environment. But the most egregious cash grab of all has been the rise and inevitable fall of the Mudang coin.
No way.
Crypto is back, the stock markets are up, we're never gonna die. Like most major pop culture events that happen these days, some crypto grifters have jumped at the opportunity to mint a new cryptocurrency to capitalize on the meme. These cryptocurrencies shoot up overnight as single parents and meme lords alike dump their life savings into things like Mudang coin, either just for the bit or in hopes of making a fortune in the blink of an eye. But more than likely, the only people who will profit off of this are the people who minted the coin itself. They'll ride the wave all the way up to where they think it's acceptable, then they'll dump their shares, having made thousands, even sometimes millions of dollars, and drop the price of the coin to near zero in the process. Everyone else's investments will be wiped out completely. But in spite of all these bad actors, the zoo is working to patent and trademark
Mudang coin instead,
so that they can capture as much of the proceeds as possible. So in the end, this should be a net positive for conservation. However, there has been another troubling trend as the number of visitors to Mudang's exhibit have increased. People have been observed splashing water on Mudang and then throwing things at her to get her attention or to wake her up. Frankly, that's unconscionable. Makes me want to rip somebody's—
Because baby pygmies, well, baby hippos, they sleep like most of the time. She's only awake like 4 hours a day. So people are lining up to go see her at the zoo, and then she's just sleeping, so they want her to react, and they've been throwing stuff at her, and it's horrible. But also the other day, I saw a video on Twitter where one of the zookeeper was well, he was washing her and stuff. He was like washing her with water. I don't know if it's to hydrate her or just to wash her, but she kept like trying to bite him and stuff. So he like slapped her on her butt, like on her hide, and she like kind of like ran away. And people in the comments were so upset. They were so upset at the zookeeper. They said that they were mistreating Mudang and stuff, and they were ready to turn up to the zoo. I don't know if this is normal behavior, but from working with horses, there's a lot of things that from an outsider, it looks like you're hurting them, but they're really not being hurt because their hide is so thick, especially on the thigh and the butt part. So I don't know, like I'm not an expert in pygmy hippos, obviously, but it's kind of like the story about horses that I told you guys about the other day. Like animals, they don't have words to communicate, so how do you communicate to them, hey, you're in my space, I don't like what you're doing to me, I don't like that you're biting me. So maybe it's the tap. But I don't know. More info to come. That's my my little note here.
His head off, to be honest. I don't think I'd be able to contain myself if I witnessed somebody doing this. I mean, what are these people thinking? And this is one of the issues I have with not necessarily zoos themselves, but people who attend zoos. My wife and I are members of the Houston Zoo. We go fairly often because of that. And last time we're there, you know, we're sitting there looking at the meerkats when a man and his daughter, who can't be older than 3, comes up to the glass to watch as well. Totally fine, totally normal. Or at least it was, until the man started banging on the glass, hoping to get the meerkat's attention. There's even a sign on the exhibit warning against this kind of behavior, and the animals clearly did not like it, right? They were very uncomfortable. Yet he continued, even remarking that he had paid to see them and he wanted to get his money's worth. And of course, in turn, his younger daughter followed suit, beginning to bang on the glass just like she had seen him do. My wife and I were witnessing in real time a child being taught by her parent that these animals were there for her entertainment, instead of living beings who only reside in these zoos because of the disrespect we've shown their environment in the first place. That kind of thing makes me sick. But luckily after...
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about zoos or these places like SeaWorld and stuff. Like, when I went to Mexico in February, there was 2 ponds in some kind of hotel where they had dolphins. But the ponds were fairly small, at least for sea animals. And the dolphins, they kept hanging around the edge of the pond, trying to get to the other side where the rest of the dolphins were. They like always wanted to get out. It felt very sad. And then one of them, they were doing this kind of intervention to one of them. They were like, I don't know how to explain it. They were feeding him some kind of hydration because they can't get the minerals that they need in this fabricated, like, man-made pond that they can get in the sea. So they were doing it manually, and they needed like 6 guys to hold the dolphins. And I was filming the dolphins, but then when they were doing that and the dolphin was struggling and the instructors were like holding him down while they do the procedures, the security guard told me to stop filming and they asked me to delete like the video and stuff. I don't think the animal keepers had bad intentions or were malicious or anything. I mean, they seem to love the animals, but it felt... I don't think these great, like, sea beasts should be locked into... Even though it was nice seeing them, like, I fucking love dolphins, I don't think they should be in such small ponds. It felt wrong. It felt wrong.
Tons of well-deserved backlash against the people engaging in this type of behavior online, and a strict 5-minute time limit on visits to the hippo enclosure. The zoo says it hasn't witnessed any of this abhorrent behavior again, which is good, because for every loser who believes that these animals are just there for their entertainment,
she's so cute.
I truly believe that
oh my
more
god,
are changed by the experiences they have in zoos and by internet phenomena like Mudang herself. I mean, hey, did you even know there was such a thing as a pygmy hippo before you heard about Mudang? I didn't. I studied biology all through high school and college. On top of that, did you know that there are less than 3,000 of them left on this planet? Probably not. And finally, 3,000? Do you think a person who sees Mudang for the first time isn't going to be moved to do something when the next thing you tell them is, yeah, if we don't do anything, all of these are going to die? The fact that Mudang exists at all is a credit to the caretakers at Khao Kiao Open Zoo, especially Athapon Nandi, as well as the continued efforts of all those who are working tirelessly to maintain the populations of endangered species all over the world. And even though her popularity might be used as some cheap sales tactic by some, or seen as an opportunity for selfish entertainment by others, I believe her adorable face and indomitable spirit have done so much more to further the cause.
They showed her on CNN.
And for that, we salute you, Mudang. You really are the people's princess. If you want to show your support for Mudang and other animals who need our help, you can do a couple of things for me. One is to wait for the Khao Kiao Zoo to launch an official online store and buy your Mudang merch directly from them so that glorious bouncy pig
they
can
should
get some
do
extra
that.
food every now and then.
Yo, look
2
at the
would be
food
to
she
check
eats. She eats better than me. She literally eats better than me.
Food every now and then. 2 would be to check if your nearest zoo or aquarium is accredited by the Association of Zoos and Aquariums. And if so, consider becoming a member. Many of these memberships come with unlimited entry.
I'm seeing some posts or some articles saying that Mudang isn't treated well in the zoo and that she's being mistreated. And I don't know what to believe. Apparently other animals in the zoo are suffering. And I don't know if it's just the internet doing some, you know, just regular internet things, you know, how they always exaggerate everything, or if it's actually true.
For yourself and oftentimes a guest throughout the year, as well as special event access and even discounted entry at other AZA, zoos, and aquariums around the world. You'll be supporting the animals who live there and the scientists who work there, as well as conservation efforts around the world. But thank you guys for listening. My name is Aaron Trevino. If you liked the video, please be sure to like, subscribe, and let me know what you thought about it in the comments. Be sure to give the Cow Zoo a follow here at the @ listed, and then make sure you follow me on Instagram at Aaron C. Trevino. Anyways, that's all for this week, guys. I'll see you next time.
Thank you for the video. I love Mudang. Oh, small channel. I'll sub. Aaron Trevino. Go check out the video, guys. She looks happy. Yeah, she looks happy. I don't know if it's just like, you know, Western outrage as usual. What should we watch next? Oh, you know what? One of these rot-maxing influencers came on my feed the other day. And I got like... I was almost fascinated. I was disgusted by it. I was absolutely grossed out. I was like, how can somebody live like this? And apparently... I don't know, they're famous. It's like Asian.
Welcome back.
It's Asian Asmongold, guys. It's Asian Asmongold. This guy makes a lot of funny videos on like weird TikTok trends.
Oh, I tired. You ever want to lay down all day while consuming as much entertainment as possible so you can distract yourself from life? Like some sort of...
But I never have the time to do that anymore.
Weird human baby? Or a human turned into a worm. It's way easier to do nothing compared to dealing with all your grown-up responsibilities. No one told me about taxes, bills every month,
Don't remind
the
me.
tedious task
I
of
need to do my
thinking of
taxes.
what to eat every single day for the rest of my life. Sheesh, can't a guy just be a baby again? Unfortunately, that's not a possibility for the majority of us until we can figure out how to Benjamin Button ourselves. So the next best thing is bed rotting, eh? We're told that if we embrace hustle culture, work really hard, then we can achieve our dreams. The amount of effort you put into your career, the more well off you'll be during
It's
retirement
too much
age.
work, guys. It's too much work. All these things. Waking up. First of all, waking up is already hard. Why is it so difficult to go to sleep at night, but so hard to wake up in the morning? Somebody tell me. And then freaking go exercise and work out. Ugh.
Your future is created by what you do today, said the president of some country. So why me have graduate
I have an
degree,
accountant.
but work as barista with no house or car?
No, this is Patrick.
Well, that's kind of the reality we live in now. The American dream has literally turned into something you can only see when you're dreaming. No matter how many hours you put in.
Very true. That's like getting into the shower thing. It's hard to get into the shower, but once you're in the shower, it's hard to get out.
To your career, how much you invest into your education, which ends up being a piece of paper and bank account jump scare. Unless you're born wealthy or with a little bit of nepotism on your side, life's just one long slugfest of working until you're old and then...
Yeah.
That's kind of soul crushing.
Which is why I think there's one thing. Well, there's more than one thing. I know I always make fun of Gen Z, but there are some things that I like this this return to. No, we're not gonna participate in the grind. So we're not gonna just like give our life away to a corporation that's gonna lay us off after 30 years that we've been working there. And the new generations, they want to get the most out of life as they can. And they want to strike a work-life balance because during the pandemic, everybody lost their job and everybody learned from that.
Taking the entire day off from time to time to rest and not think about 1,000 things at once helps us avoid burning out. The best feeling is working really hard, then taking 1 to 2 days off with your brain turned off to do nothing. Although bed rotting is a trendy activity we've been seeing that goes further than
what's bed rotting?
You're in your room.
Oh, he's gonna explain
laying
it.
in bed all day, except you're not sleeping, but doing passive activities
Dude.
to avoid life, like scrolling on your phone.
I want to get back to that time. That was the best time of my life. I could do that. Dude, I used to watch Netflix all day. Now I feel guilty if I do that. I feel guilty. Basically depression? Maybe, but you know what? Back in the medieval times... I'm gonna take out my medieval situation. Back in the medieval time, we had these things called bards and poets, and all they did as a job was lay around and think and dream all day.
Phone, watching movies, counting the pores on the ceiling. Think of it as stress-inducing procrastination, where instead of relaxing at a spa, you're closing your eyes so you don't notice that the building is actually on fire. You can find a lot of content.
It's a good way of describing it too.
Millennials sharing their bed rotting experiences, either for clout and views since it's trendy to do so, or to connect with others who are going through something similar. There's been a shift in the public sentiment from this being a quirky activity to this isn't good. It depends on the severity. A little bit of bed rotting can just be someone taking time off, but extreme levels can be linked with someone who's mentally unwell, especially when you see rooms that don't have floors anymore because it's covered with so much junk, and the bowls and dishes with old food in them started making their own clothes to wear.
Bed rotting is a trend where you just kind of enjoy the time that you have in your bed.
You can see this person right here on TikTok who made a video about their trend. They have cups laying around their room just filled with mold because they're just bed rotting. All of these cups, Chick-fil-A containers, all of this stuff has just been piling up because all they do is lay in their bed all day.
Dude, their bacteria immunity must be off the charts though. These people will never get sick.
Shouldn't eat mold, but why it look like I kind of want to eat it? We shouldn't be glamorizing this behavior, but focus on curbing it instead by sharing tips or showing our progress when we finally decide
I feel better at all the times I've been lazy now because I never made things get that far.
Here's what you're gonna do if you've already rotted half the day away and you kind of regret it.
So that was a little taste of bed rotting in the West. Now in Asia, this isn't just a concerning phase anymore. A few cups with moldy drink in them is nothing compared to the DIY hill you made in your own home out of trash.
DIY hill out of trash that you made in your... What? Holy shit, dude. Just take out the trash.
I like sledding on a fluffy white hill as much as the next person, but this seems like a biohazard. There are 2 content creators from Japan that kept popping up on my timeline who have quite the interesting following. The first one is Haritsu, an Indonesian college dropout living in Japan, who's known for cooking food that is well beyond its expiration date, eating it, and somehow surviving. And we're not talking about a yogurt that's a few days past its best before date. I saw this man take Resident Evil looking rice from underneath the sink, give it a bath, then make it into a
Resident Evil looking rice, he said. Dude, he's so funny, this guy. Wait, you've seen... Hey, I love your Pippa video. Oh my god, thank you. Thank you, I'm glad you enjoyed the video.
A somewhat decent looking dish.
Dude, he's... Okay, his floor is not that dirty. What is this egg?
You would have never known how old and how unrefrigerated his ingredients were. This is a health inspector's nightmare. If they went inside his house, they would cry, fail him, and then shut down the kitchen. This isn't even a restaurant. At least he's not wasteful. The second creator is Shiro Kumatyan.
Oh, that's the one I saw. That's the one I found. And she had legit legit cockroaches everywhere. Hi, thank you, Hobby Fun. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, they're a great deal of fun. I think I'll be back next Saturday. Oh shit. I forgot to add that to my schedule. Oh no, I double booked myself. Shit, I just realized I double booked myself on Saturday. That's what happens when I don't write things down and I'm like, oh, no, it's fine. It's in my head. Oopsie. Is that the one where the cockroaches are on the wall? I don't know, but I remember that she didn't even have any room to, like, she was cutting all the vegetables on top of the pan because she has no room on the counter to cut anything.
9, who's infamous for living in a home covered in trash while sharing the small space with a lot of roommates. Sure, times are tough and we gotta do what we gotta do, but it's like more than a reasonable amount of people. Between all of them, there's at least 1,000 legs, 1,000 arms, bugs. Her roommates are bugs.
マジで無理なんだけど。
Gross.
大きすぎ、でかすぎ、やばすぎ共和国。大きすぎ共和国、でかすぎ共和国、やばすぎ共和国。
Damn, if all these uninvited guests showed up in my home, I would have to put on a full production of Stomp, or at least a K-pop fan
I
count
don't know
for
how you get-
Yayo.
Jeez.
No fear of cockroaches is actually a pretty impressive skill to have. Japan has this lady, we have Asmongold, who's reacted to some of my videos. I kind of feel like that roach that was in his house.
Get him out of me! What are you doing, bro? Get out of my...
But wow, those moldy cups are basically a cute little garnish compared to living with 5,000 freeloading roommates that don't pay rent. At least they don't take up a lot of room because they sleep on the walls. That being said, I'm not 100% sure if this content is made by people who are actually going through something or if it's manufactured for engagement and views.
Yes.
We'll look into how all these topics tie in with each other. Why is this letting your living space turn into a...
I'm also wondering that. And how can you get it that far? How can you let it go that far?
A landfill phenomenon, so much more severe in Asia. Well, let's talk about their work culture and how intense it can be compared to our silly little corporate errands and elite employee.
Like, if your building has cockroaches, they'll get into every apartment at one point, though. It doesn't matter if it's on another floor or something. They will literally get everywhere. That's something the landlord needs to tackle right away. And they need to warn every single like tenant, because if you leave food around, it's drover. It's drover.
Bosses. In China, the belief is that the harder you work, the more will pay off. You put in 40 years of working really hard, and the fruits of your labor should show that, which was true many decades ago when the economy was thriving. There wasn't as much competition in the market. You could buy home, car, purse, family, working the same job for your entire life. Now, you'd be lucky to even afford one of these things. The 996 culture became a normal way of living, where you work from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. Putting in your 40 hours a week is child's play compared to this. You're expected to live this way if you want to be successful.
He's talking about Japan work culture being 996. When I talked about that in my video, and I said they also had that culture in Japan, people were like, don't use ChatGPT to make your videos, darling. You know when they call you sweetie to be condescending? I got a few comments like that. And I was like, I didn't use ChatGPT. I got this from an article. And it's more prevalent in the Chinese market. But there's definitely some of that mentality in Japan too.
successful. If you don't want to conform though, that's totally fine. Someone else that's younger and less tired will take your place in a heartbeat. The Asian workforce is so competitive. Companies even encourage their employees to reveal their punch-in hours like a badge of honor. Whoever is the most overworked gets the praise. If you're working the minimum amount of hours required while having a healthy work-life balance, boo! Well, putting in overtime here. What are you doing? This
That's
expectation
sad.
that you need to dedicate your entire life to work.
Yeah,
for a
9 to 9.
mediocre
9 to 9, yeah, 12-hour shift. We watched a documentary on the chaebols the other day. I'm glad that some people in the comments enjoyed the video and were touched by it. I'd like to watch more videos like that in the future. The work culture is rough. Yeah, if we think it's rough here, oh my god, in Asia, it's like you have to get into Samsung. Like here, you know, people study all their lives to get into the big Ivy League university. There, it's to get into the three. No, that was in Korea. Sorry, that was in Korea. In the three big enterprise, like corporation, Samsung, and I don't remember the other two. There was a car one and a telecom one.
life is causing younger generations to realize, bruh, this sucks. It's like watching the starry-eyed graduate who's excited to join the workforce turn into the bitter, jaded employee who's ready to retire in the span of 5 years.
Goodbye, Hackfish. It's 11 p.m. Okay, good night. By the way, guys, do you guys like the earlier stream time? It's just for when we watch videos, I feel like when I start my stream at 8 p.m., we don't have time to watch enough videos. I've been starting them earlier. It's not that rough here. It's what productivity continued to climb while compensations nearly flatlined in the 1980s. True. Yeah, that's a good point. We're just squeezing people more, but the compensations haven't really gone up with the productivity level we're asking from people.
Instead of 50 years. You know what you get after working 50 years for a company nowadays? An email.
50 years. 7-Eleven. Yeah.
In 2022, a term called bailan started trending in Chinese online gaming communities, which translates to laying flat and lowering one's goals. Basically saying, no thanks, I think I'll pass on this crazy work lifestyle. There's a lot of talented, hardworking people out there who want to make their career the main focus of their lives. But not everyone has to live like that, right? What's the point in working so hard if we're gonna stress ourselves out until we develop health issues? We're still gonna be scraping the bottom of the barrel while the rich get even richer. So doing just enough to get by might be a better option for some, and there's less risk of getting burnt out. Basically, keep your expectations low for everything you do in life. Japan also has a similar working culture. It's based on intense commitment, ethics, and extreme dedication to the company you're working for. If you're just starting out in the workforce, they have a strict hierarchy system you need to follow. If the boss says, put on a furry suit and start serving your country, then you better start learning that K-pop
That
choreo
looks so fun. Why don't we have that here?
ASAP. Also, think I'm going through a phase right now. There have been one too many furry references in my videos recently. You also need to show that you're a team player by
I like his
drinking
sweater,
with your
by the
coworkers
way.
every night. How does that show you're a team player? Well, it's all about tradition and conformity. If you're the only one who goes home, boo! And forget about sleep, you
They
might
shun
be able
you.
to sneak in a quick nap on the subway ride home before you need to.
There was a clip from Luna from Hololive talking about that she couldn't. There's this culture, this work culture in Japan that you could take your paid vacation leave, or not even the non-paid one too. You could take them, but everybody's too ashamed to take it because if you go on your vacation, even though you're entitled to taking those days off, everybody kind of looks like at you like, oh, so we're gonna stay here and work while you enjoy yourself. You know, it's not very. You're not very team committed.
To show up for your next shift, but Hey, that's the culture. Did I also mention Japan has the highest levels of working hours in the world, where employees can average 80 hours of unpaid overtime per month? The anime Zom 100 does a really great job at showcasing this lifestyle in their first episode. All this pressure from work, school, and family to fit into your expected societal role, you can see why this bleak overview of the future is causing younger generations to be discouraged, which has given rise to people adopting a neat lifestyle, not as in a clean person, but as a not in education, employment, or training person. There's no long-term goals here, just surviving through each day by doing the bare minimum. As long as you have food, housing, and entertainment, then you're solid. A more intense form of the neat lifestyle is a hikikomori, which is
That's us. That's literally us, chat.
Word that translates to pulling inward, being confined. This is where you withdraw yourself from society, where you basically never leave your home. Described as loners or modern day hermits. It usually consists of people in their 20s to late 30s who are still living with their parents and rely on their support.
In Japan, there's said to be at least 500,000 hikikomori.
But I took out my garbage trash yesterday. I had 2 bags to take out. I was a little overdue, but hey, I don't let it get to more than 2 bags, at least.
It's thought that the numbers could be double that because so many of them go uncounted. Most are man 15 to 39. Some experts believe that it's a condition caused by traumatic
Yo, the box mousepad though.
experiences of shame or grief.
Could the pressures of Asian societies be the root cause of these content creators posting their strange lifestyles online? Maybe. That's just a theory. A moldy rice cooker theory. Speaking of food that would definitely shave off years of a regular person's life, either this guy has the strongest immune system in the world, or the soap he uses to wash his food can eliminate every single disease on the planet. He's known for taking rice that's half food, half a living organism, and turning it back to normal by giving it a bath.
How? He censored it? Dude, he censored it because it was probably getting flagged by YouTube.
何これ普通にこのまま食えそううわあ綺麗綺麗ですね
Ew!
なんかこれでもうまそうはい完成うまそう
Other than committing multiple health code violations, he's a pretty decent cook. It's no Michelin star.
Other than committing health code violations. Dude, putting that much soap in your rice, isn't that toxic? Like, maybe it's a kind of soap that you can eat or something. Maybe it's a biological soap. I don't know, dude. I don't know. And I grew up in a household where, like, my dad bought way too much food every time, and he kept the food a little too long, let's just say that. So, like, we didn't eat moldy stuff, but, like, we'd eat things past the expiry date from a couple days, or, you know, we'd eat stuff that's, like, a few people would think is sussy. We stretched that line a little bit, so... But this is something else, dude.
Our meal, but watching him turn expired food into a edible-ish... I was curious after watching so many of his TikToks. Can you actually wash away mold from your food, eat it, and not get sick? Sources say it depends, but usually, no! What's even more interesting is that he's never gotten sick from doing this. Do you ever get sick? I never get sick. Even I find it hard to believe that I've never even had diarrhea because of the food I eat. Especially during my first year on TikTok. I was not that popular, so all I could afford to eat was the rotten food. But yeah, I think I am freakishly healthier than normal people. Or maybe I'm just used to it by now. Damn. I should have eaten more dirt when I was a kid. He microdosed himself on so much bacteria that he's turned into a walking cold effects pill. Look at him, not believing in storage containers, utensils, and proper cooking services.
What is this? Don't tell me it's a chicken. That was dough?
よし。これ一旦どかしましょう。
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Just a little seasoning from the bed for some flavor. I know the microwave has a built-in plate, but you got a regular plate right there. I'm also showing the least scary parts of his TikToks.
He's using the microwave built-in plate. You hate this commentary? I like his commentary. It's so funny.
Some of the food he scrunches up looks like it came from a nightmare. Okay, if you don't think about what these ingredients looked like before, he made a slightly upgraded Lunchable pizza.
That doesn't look that bad, not gonna lie. After
doing this for some time, he's built up a cult following that's let him move into a bigger and cleaner living space. This is a literal rags and mold to riches story. How do you feel about your content now? I started TikTok at the rock bottom of my life. That time, I felt like I couldn't do anything right. Like my life was just going to be a waste. But I'm glad I started my TikTok in Japan. People are warm there and they supported my content from the very beginning. Now I have more friends and I am happy in my life. Do you wish to continue making these videos? Yeah, because this is my brand now. And I like doing it, not just for the content, but because I genuinely like it. Even now when I can afford nice food, I still wish to continue eating rotten food. Anyways, a comb as a spoon is wild. We have a strange fascination
No
with
way,
observing
he used
people
the
at their
comb
worst
as a
and then rooting for them
spoon.
to get better. The other content creator who I mentioned, who is also in a similar living situation as Haritsu, also has a comb. Here's her reviewing which type of flower is the best type of dry shampoo for unwashed hair.
Yeah, so, oh, that's the TikToker I saw, and she didn't wash her hair for like 2 months, I think.
このお米たちで、Let's 検証タイム。米粉、なんかね、お米って万能なイメージがあるんで。串につけた。
Oh, she puts like baby powder so it doesn't look greasy. What? Allegraza, shut up.
I will say she's definitely a better cook compared to the previous jump
My
scares we saw.
dream woman. Oh, it's flour? It's not baby powder? No, it's not a moldy comb. It's like powder so the hair doesn't get greasy. It doesn't look greasy.
Plus, the ingredients she uses are
I can
not
fix
moldy or
her.
scary looking. Thank God, the bare minimum. This pasta looks pretty appetizing. I would eat it if it was served to me. Although, can I take my food to go? There are one too many cooks in this kitchen, and they keep coming towards my food. It's making me nervous.
Yuck!
夜ご飯第216円だよ。やっぱね、パスタミートソースが一番好きどす。んで、これスーパーの箸だから無用だし。いきます。
Sorry, I couldn't concentrate on my food because I had to keep an eye out for bugs wandering into the pot, which surprisingly didn't even notice the fresh food being cooked right in front of them. They went in every direction that wasn't the food.
Yeah.
Someone said a collab with Haritsu would bring back the bubonic plague, or would it actually create super evolved white blood cells? Her videos are a weird combination of
Yeah, my lifestyle doesn't feel that bad now.
calming and anxiety inducing. It's like if you took a cooking ASMR video and green screened it into a unlivable home.
That's the video I watched.
200円ちょいって高い方だよね。まあでもたまには、2日連続。昨日とで2日連続か。で、最後に使うな、これ。もうこれでね、何作るかわかるよね。だからね、ちょっとね、フォロワー10万人いった達成した記念に、カレー食べたいな。
Ew! The wall!
玉ねぎと人参、お肉、鶏肉。
The wall!
唯一の調味料、カレール。10万人切る。これはね、前買ったやつのあまり。
I'm assuming she's used to living like this. There's not a hint of fear in her voice. And does this pod also have bug-repelling force field properties built into it? What the heck kind of advanced products are Japanese people making? She's also gained a cult following herself, with her TikToks getting millions of views.
4 million views, 3.5 million views.
The audience reaction based on the comments is usually confused, scared, worried, and fascinated, since her demeanor doesn't really match her lifestyle. I think the brand she's going for is a subculture in Japan called Jirai-kei, or
There was one comment saying what my parents see when I leave a sock on the floor. Totally. Dude, my mom was military. This guy's trying to create a new pandemic. Wife material.
Or landmine style. An aesthetic that combines cute feminine gothic fashion
Yeah,
with
that's
someone who is
okay.
on the verge of an emotional breakdown. Some people only wear the fashion, while others embrace the entire lifestyle. She even did her own cosplay of landmine style makeup. I think it might be a parody, but I'm not sure.
What? I don't know what's going on anymore.
After watching a bunch of her content, I'm starting to wonder if this is actually real or some kind of social experiment. I use Google Translate to read her bios and captions since it's all in Japanese, so take this broken English with a grain of salt. Concurrent viewership is #1 in Japan. The most entertaining and genius streamer in Japan. Unauthorized reproduction prohibited. Legal action taken. There are even comments questioning if she actually lives in this house. First of all, how would you even sleep? Second, do bugs need sleep? It's hard to say for sure if this is a cosplay of someone with a really strange lifestyle. If it is, then interesting. You definitely have people curious about the character you're playing, but if she's actually...
I believe it. I don't know. I know people have faked worse stuff though. There's a girl that faked like being a poor farmer and and it was all staged. She had a crew and everything, and she was selling organic foods and stuff. But that was all turned out to be fake. I don't know, but I feel like I believe that.
Going through something. Is the audience that she's building enabling her unhealthy behavior, or is this just a simulation? Or will this be another moldy rice to riches story? All jokes aside, no one should be thinking this is a lifestyle to strive for. A little bed rotting here and there in moderation is okay as long as you can pick herself up afterwards. These extreme cases of gaining a following by living in a garbage house are rare instances of someone getting famous by showcasing their bizarre lifestyle, when in reality, there are a lot of people struggling like this without the money and fame. It's very fascinating, and I'm seated for some more plot development. Do these people end up cleaning their houses and getting their life together? Also wondering, is this the secret to turning your immune system into an impenetrable fortress? Because how are they still out here looking normal? I'm surprised they're not turning green like a Sims or that green lady from Wicked. They must have plus 100 and poison resistance or something. Spending 5 minutes in any of these houses would have me feeling nausea, heartburn, indigestion,
anxiety,
stomach, diarrhea. Hey, Pepto-Bismol! You know what else can prevent you from getting sick? The YouTube algorithm. Don't forget to give this video a like if you enjoyed the content to see more of my videos. You'll also get a +2 stat boost against germs, toxins, and the common cold.
Dude,
Disclaimer,
he does everything with his hands.
percentages can vary based on individual experiences. Have a good day, try not to be dumb, and see you in the next one.
Stoicism is changing.
Okay, so everybody clean your houses. I guess this is all gonna be our motivation to clean our houses today. Wow. Clean your rooms. Oh yeah, I wanted to watch this Ackman video.
What's up, everybody? This is the woke man here, and today, turns out there's a lot of games that are woke out there, and you've got to be on the lookout. Thankfully, there is a list just for you, so you can keep track of all of that woke nonsense and all of those political agendas being pushed into your games, and you can avoid it, and I'm gonna help you.
Woke
so here it
rocks!
is, ladies and gentlemen, and just so you know, this list is very, very comprehensive. It is very... There's a lot of woke stuff out there. A lot of wokeness.
Woke content detector?
As you can clear...
I can't read it because the video title is on top. Damn. Yeah, I mean, everything is woke now. What can we do, guys? I do think some of it is taking it too far. Like, I get annoyed. I get so annoyed sometimes when people are starting to call everything woke. You know, what is the saying? Everything in moderation, chat. I'm a person that likes moderation, and I think everything in moderation. I don't like both extreme. I don't like any extreme. That's it. That's it.
1,500 games on here. Look, okay, it's no secret that companies are sometimes pushing agendas in media, pop culture, video games, and whatnot. Bloons Tower Defense 6 is woke now, fellas. It's been compromised.
Bloons is Bloons is woke?
It contains overtly pro-LGBTQ plus messaging. Can you believe it? There's a pride flag item available in the trophy store with a pro-pride message. And that's the review. That's their review of the game. They're reviewing games based on wokeness. This amorphous blob of a term now. But Bloons Tower Defense 6 has been compromised. Thank you, woke detective, for making me aware of this. I can finally cleanse my.
He bought this just for that skit.
Get it out of here! Get it out of here! Well, obviously Starfield is pretty woke, you know. Pronoun selection, they, them, body types instead of male and female. Improbably diverse NPCs in all areas.
What does that mean? What does improbably diverse?
Improbably diverse?
Yeah, rainbow, woke. Other races, woke.
They're in space. You see, it's not just what games they classify as woke, it's also the reasons and the recommendation. Oh, Baldur's Gate 3, yeah, that's definitely woke for sure.
What? No one said that. No one said that.
But come on, it's woke. It's woke, fellas. Sorry.
I didn't hear this criticism from Baldur Gates. Okay, the person making the list is probably a schizo.
Larian, Hades fans, oof. Homosexual relationship between minor characters.
Yeah, true. Female MC, woke. Black character, woke. Gay chair, woke. And oh, gay character, not chair. Sorry. Yeah, I don't mind. Obviously, I don't know why I have to clarify this, but obviously, I don't mind gay pairings and gay characters. I just like good scripts. That's it. I like good scripts and good stories. You know, Arcane had like this little Yuri arc between Caitlyn and Vi, and that wasn't even canon. They just threw it in there, but it was so good. It fit so well. Meanwhile, House of Dragon, they forced like the little lesbian episode between Missandre and Rhaenyra, and it felt like it was just shoved in there. The next episode, they never acknowledged it again. They literally never acknowledged it again. It was like a different parallel universe, and that felt forced. So I think that's what people don't like.
Optional homosexual romance. Damn. Didn't that also get some awards? Look at how many games we're exposing. All of these games have been compromised. The Shovel Knight series? Man.
Yeah, when you force shit, it's boring. That's a problem.
Mm-hmm. Contains overtly pro DEI messaging. 1800 Scotland somehow has diverse LGBTQ plus characters. There's fucking wizards in the game, bro. Just get over it. Why do we cherry pick historical settings like this when it's clearly not a non-fictional story? That's crazy. That's crazy. But Hogwarts Legacy is woke. J.K. Rowling is. I'm a little confused now. I'm a little confused on that one. Let's see. Other famous Power World is woke because it uses body type in place.
With a lot of the woke stuff in gaming, people are just recognizing patterns. It starts with inclusive characters, and then we see the story and how good writing is abandoned for DI for no reason. I agree, but it's also a story of, you know, the boy who cries wolf, and if you cry woke at every single thing, when it's not woke, then I start to believe it less and less. So obviously, there's been a lot of forced woke stuff and a lot of DEI forced into games. But again, sometimes there's just so much exaggerated thing. There's so much doom posting, especially on YouTube. And I'm just like, that's just a far stretch from reality at this point. I don't know.
So biological sex during character creation. Who cares? Who cares? You see how easily like all of these are just written off as like they label that as overtly pro LGBTQ plus. Like that's kind of crazy, dude. Oh boy, Call of Duty's woke too. Shit. Well, yeah.
Yo, Call of Duty's That's the game where you hear like slurs in the voice chat by randoms. What?
Multiple pride flag calling cards and emblems. Yeah, I can't have that. Can't have that. Why can't we though? Wouldn't that just give people more ammunition in the lobbies to use those types of slurs against the people they want to? You're probably thinking this is like a pride flag too, but unfortunately it is merely a t-shirt
it's just
of
a rainbow
T-Rex riding a skateboard in a reference to Pink Floyd's famous album The Dark Side of the Moon.
Yeah, no.
It was the wokest thing I could find in my...
Sorry. Pink Floyd has a rainbow on it. It's woke. It's automatically woke. That's how it works.
My house, but no.
Yeah, too much color.
You
Must
thought
be
I was wearing a rainbow
LGBT.
shirt. You're really funny. That's really funny. It's crazy that like that's all they need. Like that just this. Like a pride flag in a game, even if it's an optional cosmetic.
Oh, I like that little
You
sound
can't
effect he used. I should source that for
even
my
have that.
videos.
Like they don't even want that. No rainbows allowed. No rainbows. No pride flags. Fellas, the start of the NFL season is upon us, and the best way to cope with my beloved seabirds
Wait,
not
they made him censor his plushies and stuff for the ad because they don't want the brands. It's probably some IPs. They don't want the IPs to compete with this sponsor. That's interesting.
in the playoffs this year is by teaming up with DraftKings, an official partner of the NFL. Because if my actual team isn't any good,
It's a Silent Hill 3 song. Oh my god, thanks guys. Wait, I'm gonna write it down before I forget. Silent Hill. That's why I have you, chat. You guys are way more cultured than me. I do feel like I learned a lot from you guys.
I can make up my own.
It goes both
Fantasy
way.
football is great, but a little monetary incentive can make things a lot more interesting. With DraftKings, you can draft your own team of kings, pit them against other players, and with only a small deposit of $5, you have a shot at winning a share of millions in prizes. Fantasy football is a game of knowledge, prediction, and skill. So do your research beforehand. Check out the official DraftKings.
I used to have friends who love fantasy football. I never understood what it's about, because, yeah, but do you guys play fantasy football?
Website and download the app. If you want to win, you got to go in with the right playbook, with the right strategy. So don't miss out on all the exciting action this football season. Click the link in the description and pinned comment to download the DraftKings app and use the promo code TheActMan for a free shot at a piece of millions in prizes with just a small deposit of $5.
The fuck is that? Oh, don't worry about it, Kasud. It's a guide thing. We're not supposed to know about this. I only know about it because I overheard my guy friends talk about fantasy football.
DraftKings for sponsoring this video.
And now for something completely different.
Let's see, is any Call of Duty not woke? Warzone is woke, 2019, yep. Black Ops Cold War, campaign character creator menu has options for non-binary. God, even Black Ops Cold War is woke now. Jesus. We're getting massacred.
It's like that. It's like D&D for football, man. That's such a great way to describe it. Yeah, I think it is. At least that's how I understood it. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
What kind of fucking games are on here? I Was a Teenage Exocolonist? Contains overtly anti-capitalism messaging? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? So does BioShock. A criticizing capitalism is woke now. What?
What?
Who wrote this list? Well, I know who wrote this list. It was actually one of the founders of autism.net. Call of Duty. So all of the Call of Duty games that are...
That's a website? The Silent Hill team is called Never Forgive Me, Never Forget Me. Also, the kiss in HOTD wasn't on the script, and Darcy gave the idea. I know. Man, that's what happens when actors get famous, then they start like giving their ideas to the director. Also, the show happened when there was like a writer's strike. They got seriously screwed over by Warner Bros. Because the season... I'm gonna go on a rant on House of Dragon because I'm really upset about how they messed up the season. The show was supposed to be 10 episodes, okay? Warner Bros. Decided 2 weeks before they started filming that they were cutting 2 episodes away. So, and this was during the writer's strike. And so the writers had to scramble to rewrite the script to make it fit. They had to cram it all in 8 episodes only. But the thing is, because there was a writer's strike, they weren't allowed to have the writers write. So the director and the actors had to like do it themselves. It was so doomed. Warner Bros., give me back my 2 episodes, okay?
On Steam are woke. Hard confirm. I will be, well, I will be taking down any reviews of any woke games I've done. Undertale is woke. Shit. Multiple non-binary characters use they.
No fantasy football. That's why you're not a waifu, Rima. Gotta up your pick-me girl name. True. Maybe if I get into fantasy football, chat will date me.
Them pronouns, including the player character. 2 major characters can form a homosexual
Agreed.
relationship. Well, it's a good thing I've never played Undertale. Oh boy, here we go. We're getting to the good shit. Red Dead Redemption 2. Informational, right? Red Dead 2 only contains subtly pro DEI mess. Subtly pro diversity, equity, and inclusion messaging. Several minor characters espouse modern day political sentiments. As an example, the NPC Sadie Adler.
I feel like this video would be better if I actually played those games.
Behaves the same way a modern feminist would.
Now I don't really get all the jokes.
You're fucking gay! As in homosexual!
That is one of the most retarded things I've ever heard. So I like subtly pro DEI messaging in 1899. Yeah, Dutch only got Lenny and Charles on the squad so it would help his DEI scores with the Pinkertons. Yeah, I like several modern day characters espouse modern day political sentiments. You know what's a modern day political sentiment? Women's suffrage? What? Native American genocide? All these political topics that were covered for 1899? Like, Sadie Adler behaves the same way a modern day feminist would. How? How? She's just a strong, badass cowgirl.
Lulu Lasso?
Her husband died and then she was being taken advantage of by O'Driscolls and then Micah comes in? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that joke. Every female MC character, every like strong female MC is immediately woke. I think people don't mind strong female MC. I think people dislike when there's no build up or they didn't work their way to being powerful or strong or developing all these skills. There needs to be hoops and challenges you gotta go through. There needs to be character development for the character to be taken seriously. People don't like when they spawn like this and they're super powerful.
Gonna hate men a little bit. Good God. You see how reductive these types of like woke labels become when they actually have to write down what's woke about it instead of just pointing at women and being like, women, they're woke. You know, it's like, it becomes very reductive and stupid. Skyrim is only moderately woke because an NPC in Whiterun asks you whether the sight of a strong Nord woman offends you. These are also such specific examples, like Oblivion,
like
Dubag grow
when a women are already powerful, they're able to physically pummel men. What's the problem? It depends. Like, you can take, for example, what's her name? The really tall, almost giantesque blonde lady from Game of Thrones. You feel like, when you see her, you feel like her strength is deserved. Or, there's a kind of side character in Westworld. Brienne of Tart. Yes, Brienne of Tart. She came toe-to-toe with the Hound. She even beat the Hound, and the Hound's supposed to be super strong. Yeah, Brienne the Beauty.
Flirts with males. What? Some Argonians use...
Good point. Although many movies have the MC start off really strong in the beginning compared to the enemies, so what's the difference? Yeah, compared to the enemies, but then they meet like this super powerful enemies, and that's when you're like, you understand how strong the enemy is and how imminent is the threat, because you're like, wow, if DMC himself was supposed to be already above the average man is struggling against this powerful opponent, and this opponent must be really powerful. Or maybe that's just an anime trope, I don't know anymore. I love the Blue Eye Samurai. Yeah, that was a good movie. Wait, I forgot it was a woman too. True, true, true. It's a woman disguised as a man. Yeah. To be honest, the Hound was at his lowest point that part of the story. I feel like he didn't really want to beat her. I liked the Hound. The Hound was a very interesting storyline for me. I feel like he was a likable character. At first you hated him because he did some horrible stuff, but then you sort of liked him when he started taking care of Aya.
Conflicting pronouns? That's probably just a fuck up of the script or something.
Yeah, Kill Bill. If Kill Bill was released today, it would be considered woke. Stop. Yeah, Uma Thurman really works hard though to be. You see her backstory in Kill Bill 2, and how she trained with that samurai master. I totally gotta do that in Japan. I gotta go train with a samurai master too. So good. I fucking love Kill Bill. It's such a masterpiece.
If it's Oblivion.
I also love Elle Driver from, you know, the girl with the eye patch. Love that character.
I heard that thieves broke into the Arcane University, the Imperial Legion compound.
Jaime. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, he's Chinese, not Japanese. True. He's Chinese. I like how they make the whole, like, getting the sword from him was a whole ritual. There was so much respect.
All on the same night. Wait a minute, let me do that one again. I heard that.
Thankfully, Fallout New Vegas is only informational. Contains LGBTQ plus themes without specific messaging. Fallout New Vegas. Minor LGBTQ plus NPCs. A possible companion has dialogue about her experiences as a homosexual. Light social commentary. Fallout New Vegas. Light social commentary. I repeat, Fallout New Vegas.
What does that mean?
Light social commentary. Who wrote this?
Fallout? That game came out in 2008. Like,
what? What LGBTQ plus themes does New Vegas have? I never even heard of that.
Wait, it's all woke? What does that mean? That meme is funny. Fallout? What? Are people just reading too much into things? Too much buzzwords. Too much buzzwords. Fallout New Vegas is all about manipulating the politics of the region. Oh, I can't display the... Yeah, my chat is bugging out. I can't display the comments I'm reading.
Never even heard of that. It's starting to sound like the people that call things woke just like they want all the gay people out of video games. Because it's like, why always highlight which games have homosexual or gay relationships? Like,
why? This whole thing is nothing but a Jewish plot. You do know that, don't you?
I find that highly unlikely, amigo.
Well, I don't like Jews.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Or natives, now that you mention it.
Nobody used to give a shit when it was like KOTOR or Mass Effect. Nobody cared. The people that cared were the out-of-touch Fox News representatives. Now we have like gamers writing this shit. What happened? Oh, GTA 5? God damn it. Unfortunately, it features multiple minor LGBTQ plus NPCs. Isn't that unfortunate? Yeah, Fallout 3, jeez. The games that are safe though, Team Fortress 2, no woke content. Thank God for that. Witcher 3, several minor characters provide exposition regarding their experiences as homosexual individuals. You can't even talk about
Witcher?
like what it's like to be gay in a video game without it being like, well, I don't know if we should go there. It's just so weird. Oh shit, man. The Dark Souls series is, well, Dark Souls has only been moderate.
I played The Witcher. It's definitely not woke. I played all of The Witcher. Wait, Subnautica? is mildly woke according to them?
Really compromised, okay? Gwendolyn was born a male but raised as a female and given clothes and a magic ring to help him act like a female. At least they're familiar with the lore to a certain extent. It is tragic that the entire Dark Souls trilogy contains some woke stuff, guys. I can't recommend that. Helldivers 2, though, contains subtly pro-DEI messaging. How? What is the DEI message?
He looks mad about that one. I haven't played Helldivers. Have you guys played Helldivers?
So
yeah, whoever made this list is silly.
It features a mixed race family. That's like, to these people, that's like a warning flag. Is that kind of insane? No clear distinction between male or female aside from voice options. What? They have helmets on and body armor and... I don't get it. I don't get these people. Counter-Strike 2 is not woke. As long as we're killing terrorists, that is A-okay. Cyberpunk, obviously that's gonna be woke. Left 4 Dead series is not... Wait a minute. How?
Helldivers is cathartic?
Hold on. There's a lot of black zombies in Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh, it's an FPS?
Speaking of, 2 of the 4 playable characters are black, and one of them's a woman. How is that not woke? That's 50% of the playable roster. How is Left 4 Dead 2 not woke? You see how stupid, how fucking easy
hey,
it
it's
is?
Shrek!
You just point out like minorities and women and say, look at the wokeness. Game's woke. But they don't do that for Left 4 Dead 2. Why? Okay, so Portal is good, but Portal 2 unfortunately
didn't he used to criticize like the total opposite of this?
As anti-patriarchy messaging, as all male characters are portrayed negatively and are less competent than the female characters. Man, Valve really fell off. They really fell off after that. Yu-Gi-Oh! And Dragon Ball is safe. You can play those games safely. What is this? Validate.
Just to be clear, this is I lost a message. This is a broken clock kind of nonsense list. Yeah, I figured. I mean, the whole video is on just one list. I thought the video would be talking about the wider phenomenon. But it's kind of just a funny haha video.
Struggling singles in your area. I can't imagine how this game would be woke. What does this game even look like? We're going in deep.
But
get to know struggling singles.
I do think all sides have, like, not just based on this list, I do think all sides have their extremes and both sides have their fair share of deserved criticism. First, there's like these totally, you know, flop games that everybody's memeing on, like Dustborn and stuff like that. And then there's people crying woke at ridiculous things too. And I do see those people. I see them on Twitter. You know, when I can accurately predict what your opinion's gonna be on a topic before you've even spoken your mind, I feel like that's just so boring. I don't know, man. It's just so tiring.
Just like you.
I can't watch anymore.
I can't watch. Oh god, oh god, oh god. I don't think I can show that. Okay. Don't think I can show that. Here's the thing. If you want to play like these
and
games,
you know, I have criticized woke culture a hell bunch. I've criticized cancel culture. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to criticize, you know, the other side and the other opposite and the other extreme. I shit on all weirdos.
or like dating sims, like who cares? Who cares about that? I don't care. I wouldn't have even known about the validate if it weren't for this.
Yeah, bad writing is bad writing.
I really should have covered this in my Battlefront Collection video, but game was woke. Battlefront Collection was woke. You see, they changed the self-inflicted death message from player killed himself into player killed themselves. Wow, look at all these woke games. Battlefield 1, oh yeah, there was black people in that game. Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5 you actually have like an argument for, but of course a small description is not going to do it justice, but look at how many games. Wolfenstein 2? Shit. Main character is saved by his strong, pregnant girlfriend. She also manages to fight off a wave of Nazis.
me.
Yeah, Overwatch 2 is another one of those games where you could make some kind of argument that, yeah, retroactively changing the sexuality of many characters, maybe there's an issue with that. Maybe
Oh,
these
about
characters evolved over
Concord.
time.
Shit, I need to watch a video on Concord. I'm still not up to date with that whole thing.
Maybe it's really not a big fucking issue, and the issues surrounding Overwatch are way more important and massive and not about characters' sexuality. Just let the Rule 34 artists be by themselves, okay? Just let them do their thing. For those who are looking to play Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator, you will unfortunately be playing a woke video game. This is made by the Game Grumps? What? When did they? Oh my god. Why did the Game Grumps
Dad dating simulator?
Yeah,
Whoa.
boyfriend dungeon, non-binary. They're just playing like all these, they're overloading the list. Alex Jones, NWO Wars. No woke content. I call bullshit. I call bullshit on this list. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How is this not woke? How is this not woke? It's clearly shoving a political message.
Let's free the Patriots and defeat the globalist tech.
Ugh. That really is what it comes down to. It's like, okay, we want politics in games, just the right politics, just the right, like Alex Jones, who's never had a bad opinion ever. Super lesbian animal RPG is woke.
Armchair
No.
did a very long stream talking about politics in video games. What did he say? I mean, I think video games can reflect, can have like some kind of criticism of religion, or a criticism of power in some case. I think that can make it interesting. I know a lot of, for example, I know I keep using these examples, but that's just what's coming to my mind. A lot of the Game of Thrones writing, you know, they have all of these powerful zealots and stuff. It's a lot of criticism of religion too. And how people manipulate others through that.
Overwhelmingly positive reviews. There are people who have 50 hours. Why are there so many fucking, like...
Yeah, it's okay to have some politics in game, just not real politics. Yes, exactly. Well said, well said. Like, if it's this fictional world politics, you know, Arcane, for example, they have, like, the Undercity, and they're all, like, poor and stuff. And then they have the people that are rich. They're living with some kind of... They have, like, these weapons that are, like, sort of arcana magic. And they live above everybody. I think that's interesting.
Dating games on here. You have to review these things based on each game individually. You can't just be like, well, that's woke, don't play it. You know, you have to actually examine it. Like this could, like the Alex Jones game could...
I'll say about this video, I feel like it's a little long. It's a little long video just to go over one list. I was kind of hoping it would show more examples. But I'll finish it though.
Be a decent platformer. Could be. Looks kind of funny, like it's got a funny theme, but a lot of people just write off games because they don't contain the right politics, and I think that's really entitled and stupid. Among Us is woke?
No
No
way.
I love Among Us.
I love...
Because there's pride flags in it. The gays really do ruin everything. What is this? Val's Guide to Having a Broken Vag. I don't know what who the fuck wrote this list or who the fuck had to play all of these games, but this is just... wild. Destroy All Humans. Contains subtly anti-human and subtly pro-DEI messaging. Are you fucking serious?
I mean, the game is called Destroy All Humans.
I wish this was a wig. I would rip it out. I would rip it out of my skull.
Well, we can see his airline moving when he does that.
Me?
I hate Among Us.
Some
I hate being the murderer. It stresses me out so much.
Human messaging.
I hope no one notices that I have women's panties on.
You know how I like my games.
You're right,
Pro-human.
Chemist.
Imagine being the person like writing this list, looking at and playing Destroy All Humans, and you're like, there's just something not quite right about this. There's something not quite right. I can't put my finger on it, but I feel like this game is a little anti-human.
Take him home and drown my sorrows in cheap, meaningless sex.
Cheap, meaningless sex.
Oh, they have Armored Core 6 contains multiple forms of woke messaging, some overt and some more subtle. See the full review for more details. Okay. Oh, Space Marine 2. Space Marine 2 is woke. The Ultramarine.
I love that edit.
Scene in
Somebody
game
need to make a Giga Chat edit of my face.
are improbably diverse.
I can't like to save your life. Have you guys seen me play Among Us? I played it on Shakai's stream because she invited me, and Kohaku from Globy was there, and he let me kill him because he knew I was the murderer. That's how obvious I was, chat. He let me kill him so I could have an easier game. He's such a nice guy. Like, bro, I don't know why Kohaku, like all the Globy guys, they always know how to play each games, and they're always so useful. Like, they always like kind of help me out when I don't understand what's going on. Like, I'm always the noob. And after the game, he was like, yeah, I knew you were the murderer, by the way. I let you kill me for funs.
Features frontline female combatants, including an improbable female authority figure.
Not recommended. The username is woke content detector. No shot. Some people really do get their pennies in a bunch over woke stuff.
Frontline female combatants, including an improbable female authority figure. Get back in the kitchen, women. You can't be on the front lines. They already reviewed Veilguard. It's not even out. They don't even need to play the game. They even reviewed Freddy Fish on this. No game is safe. Pajama Sam? Are you... Thank God I wasn't indoctrinated when I was a kid. Quake is good. Quake 2, not so much. Look at how specific this gets, though. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. A mini-game on Ardolis involves singing a song about women in respectable positions of power. Who gives a shit? That's so weird to keep like a dad.
Rima playing Among Us is starting to sound like if someone tried to be an assassin in the brightest goals ever while carrying a nuke. Yes, like me trying to be stealthy and trips on something and makes a loud barging sound.
Database of all this. Like, imagine if they did this for racism and sexism. Wouldn't that just be insane to be like, oh, this game is racist. A black guy gets killed in it. I feel like that.
I don't know Quake.
That would be the exact
But
same.
it's an old game. How could it be woke? When did the woke term even come to be?
Shit. They're even reviewing like furry games. Perfect Apocalypse.
There's
Jesus
furry
Christ.
games?
Wow, how is this possible? The game gender.
Sorry, the title of that game just made me laugh a lot. Perfect Apocalypse.
Gender is not woke. Because it offers a satirical take on picking a gender identity. Whether in favor of or against gender identities is unclear. What's your gender? Your royal gayness. Your royal gayness. How do you even find... Do they just click on the LGBTQ plus tag and just go through that and include them all on here? That's probably what they did. Divinity Original Sin 2? How? Homosexual
There's just so
romance
many
options.
games on Steam.
Like, that's a bad thing, you know what I mean? That's a bad thing to these people. Not that it's forced, as in it forces the player to be gay, but that it's an option in the game. Homosexual relationships are written and included for people who care, or for people who want to explore all pieces of content, all different types of relationships. It's like these people are discouraging that.
Oh, I'm starting to think when he said, I know who wrote that list, it's the founder of autism.com, he was joking. I thought he was being serious and it was a legitimate website. But now, reading chat, it kind of just all clicked. It was a joke. Calling the guy who made the list. Yes, I get it now. I was a little slow on that one.
And sounds like these are the people trying to shove political ideology into our video games instead of trying to keep it, relegated to the artists themselves. I got blackmailed by a futanari. Why are you reviewing these games? Is there a full review I can read for this game? I got blackmailed by a Fudanari.
Sarcasm, yes.
Really like to hear more about that one. It's like these are all like romance games. A gay love story about gay love. What were you expecting? Features homosexual romance? You don't say.
Wait, there's hentai on that list?
I feel like half of the games that are listed as
Might have to
are
check
just
it
like
out.
gay, like Romancylvania. They're just They're just reviewing romance games. Like Knights of the Old Republic is woke because of Juhani. Ace Attorney Trilogy. Trials and Tribulations.
Where's World of
features
Warcraft?
A minor gay character who behaves in a flamboyantly effeminate way. Who cares, man? Trials and Tribulations is the best Ace Attorney game. Tied with Spirit of Justice, in my opinion. Mortal Kombat 1, nearly multiple male characters have been retconned and emasculated. They got rid
it's
of
a
Scorpion's
Futa game.
penis.
Whoa.
Nearly all people of authority are female. It's just insane scrolling through this. You could really, it's like going to a zoo and seeing all the exhibits. Dave the Diver is woke. Contains pro DEI messaging. The player character is a fat guy who can somehow deep dive and swim long distances without trouble.
Wow.
The sushi chef is black. Oh my god, it's not recommended. See, we're judging it Don't play this game, the main character's fat. Dave the Diver has
What the fuck?
insane reviews, 97% of 100,000. That is wild to hate
What's
this
the
game because
political
main character
messaging in
is
there?
fat and one character is black. Wild. Well, I hope this has been enlightening for all of you. I hope you have installed most of these games or deleted them from your hard drives. And I just wanted to do my part to raise awareness. Don't buy woke games like Fallout New Vegas, Knights of the Old Republic, Street Fighter 6, Power World, and of course, Call of Duty.
Wait,
Which
Power
is your
World is
favorite-
woke? It's made in Japan. How?
Woke game.
They
Let it know in
literally
the
don't care
comments
about
down
that
below.
stuff.
Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the Woke Man for more.
Wait, I
awesome
guess there's been other games that have been called woke made there, but so that argument doesn't stand.
content.
No.
All right, everyone, that's all I got for today.
Can I stop getting Typhlosion recommendations? Since I watched that Legal Mindset Typhlosion video, I keep getting them. I keep getting them recommended.
Hey, this is the Act Man signing out. Peace.
If you search
Because of body type 1, 2, 3. Oh, instead of male and female? Well, that's just to shut up all of the pronouns, people. They're just like, alright, we're not gonna have infighting in our game. We'll just call them type 1, type 2. That's it, that's all. It doesn't change anything to the content. Dude, for real, Kihara-kun, they really put the freaks in Game Freaks. They made the Pokemon really kinky. Neither does most of this stuff. All options people that don't like in those games are free to not use. Yeah, true. Well, I don't think there's a bad side to having more options. What I don't like is when they remove options and you're just stuck with like the ugly characters because they don't want to make like beautiful women or sexy females. I like to playing as cute characters. Yeah, I like cute characters. Like they did with Pokemon Go! That's what I was thinking about, but I couldn't remember the game. Yes, exactly. Like they did with Pokemon Go. They actually ruined that game. I only play with sexy female character too. Lucifer, based, yeah. So, okay, this is a little bit of story time, but me and my childhood friend, we well, she knows I'm a hikikomori I can't pronounce it. She knows I never leave the house. So we try to play like every week or every 2 week a session of Crusader Kings 3. And we both love this kind of, you know, medieval settings and games and stuff. And we always complained that the NPCs were ugly. That was our biggest gripe. And in that game, you need to fuck a lot of NPCs, okay? Listen, I don't make the rules of the game, okay? It's just, that's the way it works, okay? Because you need children, and there's a lot of disease in the medieval time, and you need to secure your lineage, because you're a king or a queen, all right? And that was always our biggest complaint, is that the NPCs were all ugly. And now I found a way to change and customize the NPCs. So you make a character, you put him in a country, and you leave that screen, and then you do that for every single country. So I figured out a way to make every single NPC really hot and breedable. And I showed her that, and it blew her mind. She was so fucking happy. It was like a Christmas came early. And she played for like 3 days straight. It was so funny. We are simple-minded creatures. Anyway, our children had perfect genes. Okay, I'm down. Oh yeah. So there's been a big discussion about slop content. But I think one of the videos that I wanted to watch got privated. Like the original video.
What is going on, guys?
Yeah, the original video got privated, so I'm a little disappointed. He made like this huge call-out video. You know, he went on Twitter to talk about it, and now, for some reason, I can't find it anymore. It was the video in the thumbnail. I don't know why he took it down. Oh, you found it.
Let me start off by...
Well, why did he delete it? Because he wanted to improve something? Okay, I guess that's the original video then. We found it. That's a re-upload. Do you think we can still watch it? Is it fine to still react to it? Or should we react to the reaction to it? He got raked over the coals for this video? I saw somebody say it wasn't that bad, and he's like the kind of content creator that does a lot of commentary.
Guys, so today I'm pretty mad. Scratch that, I'm not mad. I'm extremely pissed because someone on the internet has a different opinion than me. I think that warrants doxing, harassment, and anything in between. I've been getting a few messages on Instagram to watch this video, and people genuinely want...
I should have watched it when it came out. It was... Now everybody calls everything a slop.
to know my opinion on this. So there's this YouTuber called Raymundo2112, and he made this video called YouTube has a slop problem. And I'm actually in the thumbnail, which is
what's the video right next to it? Hold up.
He made this video called
Important Derpygate? I want to watch this. I want to watch this so bad. I'm getting clickbaited so hard right now, and it's working. We need to watch this next React stream, okay? Remind me.
The slop problem.
Remind me.
And I'm actually in the thumbnail, which is quite surprising because, I mean,
wait,
I'm
he's
here
in
right
there?
next to the greats such as Moon and
Nico Avocado and Sunny
V2. I actually
V2.
met over at VidCon. He was pretty cool, very chill. We had some good conversations. We had a good time. He actually told me that this video was coming. As a matter of fact, I appear in this video. I haven't seen it. I am a little nervous. I might have to wear diapers for this one. I don't know if I'm gonna shit and piss myself at the same time. I don't know if I'm gonna get bullied out of existence. I'm gonna lose subscribers, lose my career, have to quit YouTube and get a real job. And very briefly, before we actually really get into it, because not a lot of people are familiar with what slop means. Easy content. The first time I heard of this term was a few months ago when Pyrocynical started talking about it. What I think of when I hear, oh, that guy makes slop content is just easy to make content, people that upload every day. I'm quite interested on what this guy has to say. I mean, he was cool with me in person. Is he going to turn heel, hit me with the steel chair? We'll see.
Very slop. And it doesn't take some galaxy brain genius. Man with 300 million subscribers. He's got a burger business, a chocolate bar company.
Yeah, I think we might actually have the first YouTube scholar on our hands here.
Commentary slop can best be described as lazy, derivative, low-effort, frequently uploaded content that covers modern events and incidents. Like the old Leafy is here in Pyrocynical videos, these videos often feature video game footage with minimal editing when needed. These sorts of videos are often hard to tell apart from each other, or from the rest, as generally the only unique aspect about them is the voice of the creator, as the actual content is very, very cookie cutter. Another genre of commentary slop is stream clips, which are often even lazier than the videos.
I used to, you know what, it also used to not bother me, but like I used to get annoyed when videos that didn't have like, you know, the production values as mine on my main channel, because my second channel is just re-uploads, cut down highlights of my stream, so that's definitely low effort. When videos that had way less efforts than my videos, you know, when I have to do the research, the investigation, the editing, you know, I used to ask voice actors to voice lines and all of that, and they would get 10 times more views than me. But that's just the way it is, you know? Some people, it doesn't fucking matter what you put on the screen. As long as the commentary is good, people want to know what they think about something, and people find value in that, and you kind of just gotta accept it. It's kind of a get good kind of deal. At least that's how I see myself. I was like, okay, it's fine. People are just not that interested in my voice, and that's fine. I think of American canned spaghetti soup and I hear slop. Yeah, me too.
Prior. These stream clip videos generally consist of a content creator who has already grown a sizable audience on their main channel, where they put a lot of effort into their content, which has led them to grow a loyal fan base, who will just kind of watch anything that they do. This leads them to live stream on either Twitch or YouTube. Those streams, who are often multiple hours in length, then get chopped up into different segments per topic,
oh my god, that's what I do.
Editing, and then shipped out as a fresh new video. Oftentimes these videos are just reaction videos in disguise, as generally the creator kind of just watches the video, pauses the video every 10 seconds, spat out some opinion related to what they're watching, or hell, just go on some completely unrelated rant spurred on by
god, that's what I do.
Popular message in their chat.
Pretty much everyone has done, and like there's a reason behind it. It's not just because we're bored or we're feeling lazy that day, more lazy than usual, if you will. I think it's all about balance. As long as you're not going full Hassan Piker on the main channel, if that's your second, third, or fourth channel, like who cares? It's just extra content for the people that want to watch you, and it's just more money to be made. Like I personally don't see anything wrong with that. I don't really care. Do I watch it?
I don't make any money on from my second channel. I just want to grow.
No, not really. I'm not watching an hour-long video of someone else reacting to another video. But there's people out there who want to see the content for multiple reasons. And as a content creator, it's like, well,
hey,
yeah, why not?
I've once watched Mujin's 3-hour video on the Genshin Gate drama. And then I watched like Tectone's 4-hour reaction to that Mujin video. So there are some psychos that watch all of this content. We're just content brained.
Not do it. The main channel is killing it. The second one is doing great. let's just do a third one and let's make money that way. But it just comes to supply and demand. Like if people want to watch that, give them more of the content.
You did too? No way.
Ecosystem is a pretty interesting thing.
Oh my god, we're the same
I do
chat.
think commentary channels or slop channels, if you will, I do think they're important in the YouTube ecosystem because a lot of the times when there's controversy going down, whether that's someone scamming people or being a horrible person or being a creep, a predator, whatever it is, the reason why they get the backlash in the first place is because of guys like Critical, people like, you know, the big commentary guys, if you will, that call out these people, and that causes people to be aware of the situation, and then they get major pushback. I do think commentary channels are important, once again, in the YouTube ecosystem. And the first example that pops to mind is the Critical video when EDP got caught. That got 12, 13 million views. The original one, sure, it could have...
I feel like Moist Critical just covers goofy stories now. He doesn't really do that anymore.
Been big before it got taken down, 500,000 views or 1 million views in just a few days. But with bigger YouTubers talking about the situation,
I mean, everything that Moist Critical uploads gets millions of views.
People aware. I mean, that's how I became aware of it.
I think all of his, I don't know this channel, but I think all of his videos have game footage of himself. For some reason, I don't know why, game footage is like hypnotic, and a lot of channels do that. They just talk over game footage. And it's like easier to edit, it's faster, and it works. I don't know why it works, but it works. Same with TikToks. Now TikTok have figured out that, like, for example, I'll put a video of me on TikTok gaming or talking to my chat, and the upper part of the screen is going to be like some kind of hypnotic TikTok cooking video or like something about a duck, and that for some reason it just keeps people's attention longer. It's kind of frustrating. For some reason, it's frustrating in a way that people choose to watch this content over more highly produced stuff, but again, at the same time, that's a mentality that I had to come to deal with, and now I'm just like, you know, I don't resent creators for it. It's more about how audience approach it, and if the audience is king, is that's what they want to watch, then that's what they'll watch.
With that said, I do think there's some commentary
Subway
YouTubers,
Surfer, yes.
This is going to sound so fucking hypocritical and ironic of me. But with commentary, there's just so many subgenres. Like, there's the daily guys, there's the people that upload 2-3 times per week. If you only care about brain rot content, there's something...
True. Sadly, production ever doesn't mean entertainment or interesting. Absolutely. It's really about your take and if your voice means something to people, because we're bombarded with so many opinions, with so many different voices all the time. Why should I trust one creator over another? So you usually go for your few trusted sources. Somebody if you've watched a lot of videos too, you've seen them, you know, do good. They won brownie points with you in the past, so you trust them a little more to talk about the topic. And, you know, at the end of it, that there's only value in what people give value to.
For you over there, I personally don't enjoy that one bit. I think it's super cringe. But at the same time, there's hundreds of thousands of people who enjoy that type of content. It just...
Wait. What is he talking about?
Videos to be almost impossible to watch as they're so long and, well, pointless. I actually have an
There's a content creator for everyone, and there is a niche out there for everyone.
Example that I'd like to use. On June 25th, 2024, I released a video about the word unalive and the absurdity of self-censorship.
Really quickly, I do agree with him on this. Commentary videos about Jack Dorothy crashing should not be 20 minutes long. Who is watching that? In my opinion, that is top tier slop. You can legitimately watch like 1.5 episodes of Baby Reindeer, or you can listen to a full 30 to 35 minute album. Some YouTubers and their runtime, it's just ridiculous. The reason why it's so long, it's because they put more ads and they make more money. And hold up, actually, this is a perfect example. So to my right, I have the KSI situation just doesn't end, and it's 21 minutes long. I don't hate Pyro. I actually watch him from time to time. I don't get it with the guy.
Is the KSI situation like, is it a video that's warranted to be 20 minutes, or is it a tiny, like, 10-second clips that's been stretched out for 20 minutes.
But the Launchley situation is not 21 minutes worthy. I doubt the average person cares. They just want some background noise. Commentary videos getting way too fucking long. Hate wasting time. That's why if you look through my channel, if a video needs to be 10 minutes, it's 10 minutes. If a video needs to be 15 minutes, it's 15 minutes. If a video needs to be 7 minutes with 25 seconds,
absolutely. Say it louder for the people in the back. I've always said that. A lot of people ask me about runtime, and a lot of other content creators, they're like, how long should I put my videos? I'm like, the videos is as long as it should be. I always, from the beginning, that was always a problem with me. I have the opposite problem. I needed my videos to be shorter because it was costing too much for me to make longer videos, and I wasn't making the ad revenue to offset the spendings. And also I felt like my videos were too long, so it wasn't keeping people's attention enough, and it was hurting my retention. But once I stopped caring about that, I was like, you know what? Video is going to be as long as it could be. When I heard that my Bunny Ayu video was going to be 1 hour long, I freaked the fuck out. I was like, who the hell is going to watch that? Who the hell? No one's going to watch that. They're going to watch like 10 minutes. They're going to click off. And I was so depressed. I went over. I tried to trim it as much as I could. I really couldn't. Like, the thing is, if you take out one thing, then you're not... I felt like key points of the story would be missing. I felt like I wasn't doing justice to some things. And I even trimmed some part a lot. And I felt like... I felt even bad for trimming them. And then that video ended up, like, I could tell that a lot of people watched it till the end because people commented on things that happened at the end of the video. So I was happy about that. So I really think a video is just take the time you need to tell your story, and that's it. Don't worry about the runtime. Don't look at the time. It doesn't matter. I have videos on my second channels that aren't monetized. We upload them frequently. For example, the Jax Films video is blocked. It's demonetized and blocked. Now no one can see it. I'll probably trim that section just because it can't be shown. But there's a few videos that are demonetized. It doesn't matter. I kind of just want to put entertaining content. I'm focusing on growth for now. So sometimes I have 2-minute long videos. Sometimes I have 4 minutes long videos. And it's just... if that's the time I have to tell a story or to tell like a VTuber news, I don't see a point in having to stretch it for longer. It is what it is. If it's gotta be long though, I'll take the time to do it. But if it's gotta be short, it's just going to be short. I'm a very simple person.
To add an extra 40 seconds just for the sake of now I can put 3 ads. At this point, I don't care about that because I personally hate when YouTubers waste my time when they're repeating the same shit over and over and over again. Not because they're a little retarded like myself, but they just repeat themselves so they could stretch out the video to 8 minutes with 1 second. Videos over...
I don't really watch... I don't encounter that a lot though. There's been some criticism in my video saying that people were saying that they get confused because I don't repeat things enough. So I think I have the opposite problem where, especially in stories where there's a lot of people involved, I think this is just like a note to myself. I think I need to establish or repeat more who's who. Like, this is X person's agent. This is this person's best friend. Things like that.
Overall are getting way too long. There's no reason for your
in the Bunny Ayu video especially, people were saying that they were confused.
Everyday commentary guy to be making 20-30 minute videos on the daily, and some drama is not 20 or 30 or 40 minutes worthy. Like, there's quite a few creators on here that I like and I want to watch their content. When I see that it's 20 minutes long and it's about the stupidest drama possible, it's just like, what are we doing here? I want to watch it. It looks interesting, but I'm not...
20 minutes long is not long for me, but I know a lot of my friends, if I pull up a 20 minutes video, they won't want to watch it. As for my like stream highlights, they're usually long because I yap a lot and we simply just don't have the funds to trim the videos that much. So my editor will just take like the beginning of the topic till the end of the topic, and that's it. He doesn't really do any other edits.
watching a 25-minute video about
we're a small
KSI
team.
or Logan Paul. I'm just not, okay? Especially if it's...
Yeah, 20 minutes for me is short.
Absolutely not.
That is short.
2024, I released a video about the word unalive and the absurdity of self-censorship. Since negativity thrives on this platform, the video did really, really well, and was seen by tons and tons of YouTubers, including the one and only Pyrocynical. For those unfamiliar, Pyro is a YouTuber who's been actively making videos for
I don't know Pyrocynical. Do you guys know him?
a long time, with him originally making Leafy is Here gameplay commentary style videos, but eventually switched to a more varied content style.
Oh, he has very unique thumbnails.
Strategy is basically what has won YouTube in recent times. However, my personal experience comes in when Pyro made a reaction video to my Unalive video, titled TikTok is Changing Our Language. This is an hour, 38-minute stream clip of him watching my video, which is only 40 minutes long for context. Now, when I was alerted of this, I was beyond excited.
40-minute stream clips to 100. Oh, that's not. It's like twice the amount? No, it's twice the amount plus 20 minutes. Maths.
And I sat down with my friends to see what he would say about my video. And just to be clear, to preface my criticism, I don't want to come off as criticizing these creators as people, or their character in the slightest. This is just a critique of the content that they produce. That being said, this video was very hard to watch. Not in a way that it made me cringe or misrepresented myself, but hard to watch because there was so much rambling, so many distractions, and so little focus placed on the actual subject matter at hand. Which, again, his video is nearly an entire hour longer than the video that's being reacted to. However, most of this hour is just filled up with unrelated things, which is, again, why it's hard to watch. It was hard to follow, it was difficult. This sort of content is one of the more common types of slop that we see. Long YouTube videos of a creator just kind of sitting there and watching someone else's video, pausing every 10 to 15 seconds, commenting on something, and then...
I mean, I think Pyro is definitely...
I do worry that I go on too much tangent sometimes, and I've been trying to work on that.
The guiltiest out of all of us. I'm not gonna pretend I'm innocent on this one. Like, I've definitely had my reaction moments. I really don't have a problem with that personally, as long as you provide your own commentary. As long as you're not going full Hassan Pie, you're being like, yeah, this is pretty awesome. Anyways, let's just keep it playing for like another 7 minutes while I go and eat very quickly. Personally, like when I react to a video, I always try to not go the Hassan Piker route where I'm just like standing there for like 5 minutes not saying anything. Once again, it goes back to, if that's what the people like, that's what they like. My rule of thumb is, as long as you go full Hassan Piker, go crazy.
As a creator, it's not actually a bad thing to have a big YouTuber make some slop reaction videos to your content. YouTubers like Tuv completely had their careers launched by Moist Critical having their videos be watched on stream, which is something that I would personally welcome with open arms. However, a lot of the time, these videos are almost always presented as if they aren't just glorified reaction videos with vague and interesting titles, and also really good thumbnails most of the time, making them seem like much more than they actually are. However, stream clip re-uploads aren't the only type of digital junk food consumed by the masses. One of the most successful genres are commentary drama channels. To make a brief distinction, there's a difference between commentary channels like Scott Kramer, Eddie Burback, or Danny Gonzalez. Creators like this are often regarded as commentary channels, but a different commentary from what we're discussing today.
Yeah, I don't like any of them. That's just personal opinion.
I don't know any
like
of them.
That type of commentary channels. Nothing against them. You know, I'm sure they're all lovely people, but I just don't enjoy the content. I actually find it boring. But once again, that's just my opinion. I hope I don't get shot or doxxed or banned for saying that, or get canceled by Gen C. You're gonna Gen C me, bruh. Once again, nothing personal. It's just not content that I personally care about, nor do the topics interest me. But I know they're all massive YouTubers, well respected if you will.
Drama commentary channels often upload on a near daily basis, covering the topical news and online culture. They almost never cover anything other than controversy and scandal though, since mass audiences don't seem to care for stories regarding anything.
What? 8 out of 10 for Derpygate? Ain't no way, dude. This should have gotten way more views. Well, this kind of disproved his thing, because this is a controversy and it's 8 out of 10, so I'm confused.
These channels are often in a mad dash to be the first to cover something topical. Whether or not their information is correct, and also whether or not there's actually any additional information, they'll still cover the same topic over and over and over.
Well, yeah, you make a video. They make a video on the topic, if there's more information that comes out, then they make another video and another video and another video. Like that Pegasus channel that, you know, it's like that meme. It has like, it's all Mr. Beast videos.
Over and over and over and over again until they can no longer profit from it, leaving them to switch up to the most hot topic. These channels come in all shapes and sizes, with legacy YouTubers like Moist Critical and some ordinary gamers being at the top of the quality food chain. Beneath them, creators from the 2020s baby boom reign supreme, often being young men with a pretty deep understanding of current internet culture. These videos are often minimally edited, with video game gameplay serving as the majority of their visuals, with it sometimes switching to footage.
Yeah, because no one cares about what's on the screen. They want to hear what they have to say about it. Like, I don't fucking care about what's on Moist Critical's stream. I just think everything that comes out of his mouth is hilarious.
Or the creator's avatar or profile picture. Oftentimes, these videos follow a very, very loose script, and in some cases, no script at all, with the creator just kind of recapping someone else's video on the topic.
I think Moist Critical just writes down some jokes here and there if he thinks about it, but most of it is just him improvising, which it's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive.
While giving it sparse personal opinion.
I wish I was good at that.
Oftentimes, these personal opinions shared by the creators are the most safe, middle-of-the-road opinions that one could have. It's to not piss too many people off. As of the time of writing this, the hot news for the past 2 months has been on Mr. Beast and the many allegations thrown initially.
Are you kidding me, Raymundo2112? I made like 2 or 3 Mr. Beast videos, and the comment section was cooking me alive. There's a lot of things you can criticize me for. Being cringe, annoying. But one thing that no one could criticize me for is having a safe thought or safe ideas or safe videos.
Yeah.
Where I'm just a fence sitter. Nah. Like, I know he wasn't talking about me directly, but I just want to say that because this has been triggering me for the last few months, guys. Come on. I definitely do think YouTubers just fence it. I do think it's a problem. For as much backlash as some of my Mr. Beast videos got because I wasn't completely against the guy like everyone wants me to be, there's a lot of things to criticize Mr. Beast for, but some stuff is just ridiculous. Some of the people who are accusing him are just flat out fucking crybabies. Thing is, being
oh, thank you, Violante. Thank you. That's so kind.
This with yourself, and that's something that I always take pride in. Whether I have the popular take or a controversial take, that's my take, and that's me. And once again, I do agree with him here that some YouTubers just fence it and say the popular thing because that's what the people want to hear. I do think that's an issue.
I mean, there's definite same. I think the same as him for my channel. I mean, if you guys want to be cuddled, there's other channels for this. But also if you guys want the really extreme opinions, that's not my channel either. My channel is more for, I think, middle of the road, a little edgy, but not too much. We're more like center, at least I like to think so. We're a little bit more rational than the... I'm just anti-fucking clown shit, okay? That's gonna be the theme of my channel.
You should be able to question
Except I'm dressed like a
Only
clown.
time will prove you right or wrong. There's a big difference between being a fence sitter and waiting for the other side to share their story.
Fantastic example
And
of this drama
clobbers,
slot
yes.
machine in full work is a YouTuber by the name of More Pegasus, which is a second channel to the already immensely successful Pegasus.
I
Not
am
the
very
good
direct.
Pegasus, that Pegasus. This person has uploaded over 13 videos.
Yes,
that all
that's the
roughly
meme. That's the meme. Moojin sent me that. It's crazy. Dude, a 1 million views video. I wonder how much money that is. Probably a shit ton. Dude, he probably paid his whole... I mean, who can blame him? He probably paid his whole year with just this month. The Mr. Beast economy probably catapulted millions of dollars into the YouTube economy.
the same thumbnail, title, editing style, and are all just kind of the same thing. These videos got insane.
I hate that.
So obviously he can.
Okay, the laziest part for me is that the thumbnails are all the same. They're all the same. It's even the same words. At least change the words on the thumbnail. But hey, I guess if it works, it works.
Continued to make more and more of these, and has likely made tens of thousands of dollars from these videos alone. Pegasus claims that he's not milking the situation. Rather, he was just covering every new situation as it arose, and that he's just operating as a news station.
Oh, he started doing thumbnails like that more and more, and the more people commented, oh, maybe that's the play. You make all your thumbnails look the same. People get upset. They talk about it. Profit. Yes, I see now. He's very smart. But at the same time, if every time there's a thumbnail called It's Over and it works and people click on it with like multiple millions of views, why would you change it? If you change it, it might perform less well. It's like when there's a dish at the restaurant that you really like. Why would you try something new? It's risky. It could be good too. But you know you really like that other dish. So you might just, order the same one.
Making frequent uploads.
Oui.
However, a lot of said updates on the stories were by no means worth making an incredibly long video on a topic that could have been like 5 minutes long, and 5 minutes is stretching it in a lot of cases. People have caught on to this guy, and have given him a lot of criticism for milking this drama, but he continued to defend his content and claim that it's not slop, which whatever, man. If I were in the same spot and I wasn't so pretentious about the videos I produce, I'd be doing the exact same thing, and I think the majority of the people would in this situation.
Hell yeah.
It's more about just kind of admitting that you're milking something. It's fine, you know? Get that bag. It's job, it's money, it's your work. But I will never buy him saying that it's not being milked. However, Pegasus is nowhere near the only person doing this. YouTubers like Turkey Tom, Achito, Sensitive Society, Jamari, WestJet, Oompaville, and many others will take a fresh controversy, make multiple videos, always over 8 minutes long or more, of course, so they can make more profit from it, and then make a new video every time there's a new piece of
But I
information
don't
on the
feel I watched a lot of Turkey Tom videos, and I never felt like it was forcibly stretched out. And even though he uploads very frequently on his channel, it never felt to me like his videos were poorly researched. Actually, I've covered a few topics that were the same as him, and so I fact-checked a lot of the things he talked about, and he was very on point about almost everything. It really impressed me. No, his research is good. I really can't criticize it. His research is really good.
No matter how small this new detail may be.
He gets... So, the way he works his channel is very smart. So there's like the fresh controversies that he keeps up with. He knows how to do everything in the production line on his videos. So he'll script it, he'll edit it himself, so the video comes out really fast. I suppose he writes really easily. I have more trouble with the writing part. Sometimes I get like writer blocks and I need a little bit more push than others. But I think he's been doing it for a while, so he doesn't have a problem with that. And then he has a team of writers and editors that will work on videos that are not as time sensitive. So he always has some content out. So the time sensitive stuff, he does it himself. Everything else, he outsources it. And he said that it takes a lot of time to find a writer that can kind of speak like you know, that has your voice. And that was the part where it takes a lot of back and forth and trying multiple people, but that's another story.
You'd think that people wouldn't really watch this kind of content, since many of these people are just...
Yeah, Oompaville also does that kind of like frequent content, but I think his commentary is very thoughtful, and he's just a very charismatic guy, just like this guy that's talking here. This is the first time that I'm hearing one of his videos, but he seems very sympathetic. He seems likable.
Kind of saying the same thing as everybody else over and over again. But no, this kind of content is really, really successful, which is why there's truly so much of it.
You know, not a bad argument, but the whole Mr. Beast situation and drama was extremely profitable, not only
But it's also because it's high profile case. These drama, like he called it, videos, they're all on celebrity or large influencers. So you tap into their audience and you tap into people that heard about their name and they're curious as to what happened.
But to a lot of other channels. And like Ray said, if he was in his situation, if you were Pegasus and you were getting 2 to 3 million views per video, who wouldn't do it? That's legitimately thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on the table. And if I had to put a number of it, Pegasus probably made between $50,000 to $60,000 in that month alone, if not more. So yeah, it's a no-brainer. Anyone would do it.
That is more than I've ever made in a year, y'all.
Now, you can think his coverage was trash and he got stuff wrong, but a lot of the criticism online was just, oh, he's milking it. He already made 2 videos about this. The thumbnails are an issue. It's like, who do you blame at that point? Do you blame Pegasus for
crazy money,
right? Or do you blame YouTube for rewarding that type of content? And it's not even rewarding it. People legitimately want to see.
Is it YouTube or audiences,
though? It all comes down to morals. Like, if I was Pegasus and every single Mr. Beast video that I made was getting 2 to 4 million views, would I do it? Absolutely. I would have made 20. I would have made 10 more than him. If Mr. Beast had a bad dream and he dreamed that Feastables was shutting down and I knew about that, I would make a video about that. If it was a guaranteed 1 million, who wouldn't? Yeah, the slop thumbnails. Maybe I make the cut.
Another form of this slop content that I've seen a lot is cartoon channels that make these AI generated kind of recaps of episodes and things that happen in them, and they always use the same type of thumbnail. That being this incredibly bland white background with a character and then some text next to it. I'm so incredibly sick of this, and I see it everywhere, and the worst part is that it works. These videos have a ton of views, and that pains me. It's painful to see this, honestly.
I don't have a problem with those thumbnails. What I have a problem with is the AI generated content. I think it is clogging the space.
And I'm personally someone who is very subject to injury.
You know, I personally don't.
Yes,
care
I
about
am,
this
Benz.
thumbnails. I've actually never heard of this channel before. What the fuck?
Yeah, I've never heard about it.
Maybe the slop has consumed my brain and I don't have taste.
Not my jam.
I mean, they're fine. It's not like they're horrible. Like, I don't want to sound biased, but I do think it's time we get into the best part of the video.
So I'm here with the one and only Sensitive Society to get his opinion on everything that's being talked about.
Hi, thanks for having me. Appreciate you.
Oh, he's in the video.
What is the creative process and the research and all those sort of things?
Truth be told, to get a little backstory, the reason why I have a channel in the first place is because I really like the idea of just a random guy saying whatever's on his mind. I'm just an everyday guy who sees something and he's interested in the topic, whatever it is, whether it's something serious or goofy like we're seeing with KSI and Lunchley and everyone treating it like it's World War III, and I think it's hilarious. It's not that serious.
No, it really is that deep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm wondering also, what is the research process like for these videos?
Whatever situation's going down, whether I see it on Twitter,
Yo, so true, Kiwasa, so true.
Reddit, whatever. Then I start looking into where it's coming from and trying to make sure I have the story as accurate as possible. If it's something on Twitter, I just don't read the headline and I grab my microphone and get to it.
I don't know why I had this fucking picture. There's no way I did this interview with a fucking chill guy from Arthur. There's just no...
Just trying to cover everything, and you know, there's always two sides to a story.
How do you feel about the slop label? Does it hurt your feelings, or are you just kind of like, you know, it's a job, or I don't know, what's your input?
It really doesn't hurt my feelings, to be honest. I do think, I don't want to sound like the nerd emoji here, but, and be like, technically guys, but I do think there's definitely some channels out there that are like the definition of flop, and I know that's rage coming from me, but I don't know, I think there's a difference.
I stand with what I said. You know, then he interviews a Cheeto, a friend of the channel. I don't know if he's going to react to this, and I just don't want to steal his segment. I don't want to speak for him, so I'm just going to skip that over. So far, the video isn't as brutal as I thought it was going to be. I could very safely say that I'm not crying. I'm not pissing myself. So I don't want to get ahead of myself. He's being pretty fair. Now, you could make arguments for some of his points.
One of the main things that inspired me to make this video in the first place was the treatment of the recently discovered predator, Smart Schoolboy 9. For those who aren't aware, there was a Reddit thread discussing an odd ring of Instagram accounts that all seem to be owned by the same man. His accounts posted really odd imagery of seemingly AI-generated children. This individual was soon found, with his actions and posts clearly being that of his fetish, including lots of
I was saying you because I saw children on the screen. Ugh. Jump scare. Children jump scare.
People learned he's actually tried to reach out to children and spends time around playgrounds. And the story was picked up by more and more people, and eventually the commentary community got a hold of it and started making videos on the topic. Now before I continue, I just want to make my point clear, since this is going to be following my opinion. When it comes to a predator like Smart Schoolboy 9, I don't think it's particularly
This is terrifying indeed.
So willy-nilly, like he's just some other piece of internet drama. To me, this kind of normalizes the topic and makes it far less serious. Something that tends to happen a lot when an internet celebrity gets exposed for doing horrible things regarding children is an influx of memes that are made making fun of these people. One of the biggest examples being EDP445, a YouTuber who was trying to meet up with a young fan who in reality...
That has nothing to do with people react. Bro, this is just the world we live in. Everything will be turned into a meme. Nothing is taken seriously. Humans aren't built to inherently, like, care about something that doesn't affect them. If you play into their fears, then they'll care. But besides that, I think most of it is just a performance as to not, you know, you have to be appropriate and all of that.
Was predator hunters in disguise. When busted, EDP claimed that he was coming to pick up a cupcake that the girl offered. Given the hilarity of this statement, EDP and his actions became a meme.
Rima, you don't get it, he was just there for a cupcake.
Slang for trying to meet with minors. From there, he was made fun of the entire internet, with him still
I remember about this meme.
Day.
Yeah, I don't agree with him on this one. I've said multiple times, like, yeah, let's hope this guy doesn't get a cupcake, or this is a certified cupcake moment. We all know the cupcake jokes, and I personally don't care for it. We all know the disgusting stuff EDP has done. We all know the disgusting messages he sent to what he thought was a minor, not once, but multiple times. We're all aware of his disgusting, creepy actions. In my opinion, this does not
I wasn't aware of that.
Does this make me forget about what he did? I'm sure a lot of you guys are the same way. It's like, yeah, haha, you know, funny cupcake meme reference or whatever. But we all remember and we still know what he did. I guess taking power.
That's also how people cope with absurdity, with extreme violence, with stuff that the human brain can't comprehend. It's through, you know, making jokes about it, humor.
Or away from his actions or what he did.
Yeah, no, we were not all aware. I didn't follow this story very closely. I wasn't really... I just know about the cupcake things because he made a comeback not long ago and they showed that part.
I don't agree with that.
Other things have happened.
Yeah, it's a coping mechanism.
Like Disrespect and Ava Chris Tyson. There were so many memes making fun.
Yeah, like now people are making the chess meme with Dr. Disrespect.
these people and their actions, which felt more fitting because a lot of these people are already internet celebrities and will actually see the memes that are making fun of them. However, it's a very different scenario to the Smart Schoolboy 9 thing. It's undeniable that his appearance is strange and unique, and to some maybe comedic, and to others maybe very off-putting. I also can't deny that some of the things that he's said and done can be kind of funny because of the absurdity of it all. But that doesn't mean it's okay to make light of it, in my opinion.
Oh, I thought it was AI generated. That was a real person? Okay, I'm confused about this story now. I don't know.
Because not doing that ultimately feels
I thought that was
dangerous.
AI.
However, if you couldn't tell, by means of so many people talking about
He
this
said it
video,
was
so
AI.
many memes have been made regarding this man. People have made videos of him in Minecraft. People have made videos of him kidnapping kids in Roblox. And hell, people are cosplaying this guy. This spreads him and his image further and further until now he's become almost just another piece of internet brain rot.
Cosplaying as this
Oh,
guy
he's real.
is
Okay.
insane. Like, at that point, you might as well do blackface and disguise yourself as EDP. Like, in Minecraft, that's crazy. Is it funny? Yes. Is my sense of humor extremely immature, juvenile, and retarded? Absolutely. But do I think the memes about this guy take away or make people forget what he's actually done? No. And these were definitely made by, you know, teens. There's no way someone in their 40s is out here making these fucking memes. They don't have time, or they shouldn't have the time to be making this. So it's just teens being stupid, as we once were. And if you ask me, in my opinion, I don't see anything wrong with this. I think it's funny. I do think cosplaying as him goes a little too far, but I'm sure there's someone on the other side who's like, yeah, who cares? It's just opinions. This and the Roblox one, I had no idea existed, and I laughed a lot harder than I should have. That's crazy.
Another example of this that's not fully related to YouTube slop is the insane amounts of jokes coming from young children regarding Diddy parties. Like, the fact that such an evil and horrifying person has become within the same ranks as John Pork and Kai Cenat is disturbing to me on a deep level, and I don't know why no one else is talking about it. Anyway, that's its own side tangent, and I won't waste your time with that. My point is, this
I
weird
mean,
trend
that's
of
the
making
news.
videos on
They
Smart
use that word in the news and in the prosecution,
Schoolboy
so...
9 hasn't really led to anything other than mass awareness, which can definitely be argued as a good thing. However, we're still giving this horrible man tons of attention, which, judging by his post history, is
I think that's more of a parent issue, and they need to keep, you know, some control over what children are watching.
So it's really, really disturbing and just feels overall off.
So it's like, what do we do about it? Do we not talk about it so we don't give it attention and let people fall victims to them? Is that what we should be doing? I'm not hating on Raymundo. Like, this video is pretty solid, actually. For example, like the whole EDP situation. Should Critical not talk about that? Should people not bring awareness to it? But let's not focus on the EDP. Let's talk about Smart Boy 9. Had it not been for Critical, once again, who talked about this, and that's how I became aware of it, I would have legitimately had no idea who that extremely disturbing individual is. I don't know if it was Critical or Pyrocynical. It was one of them that brought this to my attention. At some point, it just gets too big to ignore, and you got to talk about it, even if you're like, I don't want to give this person attention. Not to get corny, but you could legitimately be saving someone, or at least make them aware of the new predator that is out there, just to be cautious.
Slop is incredibly easy to produce, and you don't need to be creative. You don't need to say anything new, you don't need a personality, and you don't even need a script. But at the end of the day, you really can't blame the individual creators. They are getting the bag, they're doing what works, and it doesn't really matter what I think about it.
14,000?
Holy
shit.
Like, as long as your title says something along the lines of, the insert controversial figure situation is insert interesting adjective, and your thumbnail has the topic's face, slightly edited to look worse with a bright background.
Who cares? Oh my god, I hate this clickbait argument. The clickbait argument is so fake because even the people that complain about clickbait fall prey to clickbait. Like, clickbait works on them. I think I watched an interview between 3 content creators, 3 video essayists, and I think it was D'Angelo Wallace, and he said something like, I don't give a shit anymore. People used to make me feel bad about the clickbait thumbnails, but it's like, I think about the kind of video that I would click on. Would I click on something that's like, oh, this movie was like, all right, not the worst, but it was okay? Or would I click on, oh my god, this video is so bad, and then in the video you can explain your more nuanced take? Of course you would click on the second one. So it's just, it's such a non-issue argument. Again, it's about audience pattern, and it's what the audience rewards the creator with. If everybody stopped clicking on clickbait thumbnails, and everybody stopped clicking on clickbait titles, then no one would make them. But they do it because that's what people want.
around in crazy drop shadows, and maybe even a black bar around their eyes with some text on it, you're set to go. It really honestly makes me kind of sad that this is all it takes anymore. YouTube's success used to be a very, very difficult thing to achieve, and granted, it still absolutely is. But this meta is effective like nothing else. However, unlike the fidget spinner Among Us 3 AM slop of the late 2010s, this content just feels kind of cynical.
Once again, another thing that I disagree with here. In order to be a commentary channel, I do think, sadly, getting to 100,000 isn't that special anymore. Like, pretty much anyone with YouTube Shorts can make it, so it's not that big of a deal. But
I'm not at 200,000.
There's a reason why there's not a lot of big commentary channels in the first place. And by big, I mean 500,000 and up. Like, who could you name besides myself, extremely humble, Cheeto, Jamari, WestJet, Critical, Mudahar, Tom Dark, Atosi, Oompaville, Pyro Live. If it was that easy to make it, you would have 20, 30 people. And there's a reason why there's not more. And on top of that, if you have absolutely no personality and you're just bland, boring, and lame, you have to be in some way kind of talented enough to learn the algorithm, to know what works, to know what doesn't, whatever your unique trait is. If it was really that easy, anyone else could make it. Or your local guy who's working a 9-to-5 job, whose dream is to be a YouTuber, they would be making it if it was as easy, or at least a little something to offer that's different, whether that's the way you talk, maybe you're a bit edgier than the other ones and people like you because of that reason and they see you as an underdog, or because you get to the drama first, or because your gameplay changes every video, or because whatever it is, you have to have a little something. That's just me though. That's just what I think. I don't think it's easy to make it on YouTube. I thought the video was fine. I think this video is going to end careers and make people triggered. No, not really. I hope not. You know, some things I don't agree with and some I do. Shocker. But anyways, what do you guys think? I genuinely want to know your thoughts. This was a longer video than usual. Hopefully I don't get bullied for making slop.
There are more so they're outside of his preview.
And appreciate you all. Thank you. I want to hear your thoughts. Genuinely. I'll be reading the comments. All right. Peace out.
590,000. The T commentary channels, like the ones talking about makeups, drama and stuff. I feel like that's what I think about when you say T. By the way, I just gotta send this asset real quick. They've been waiting for me for hours. Wait, I look kind of frowny in that one. Should I send him this one? Maybe that's a little too intense for playing Lockdown Protocol. That one, maybe. That one should be good for a thumbnail. That one's fine. What about... That one's fine. I didn't realize I had the heart toggle when I took these photos. I swear to God, if the carrot comes out. You mean... Shit, I can't find it. This is ruining my joke right now. You mean death? Anyway, really good video. I'm gonna subscribe to this channel. I liked this sensitive society guy. It was interesting. It was interesting. Alien invasion, but I was gonna raid somebody. I was just going to raid somebody. Thank you for the raid, Alien. I hope you had a great time, and I'm excited to go on your show. It's going to be really, really fun. I'm gonna... Oh, here. Coefficient is live. You could raid him. Yeah, raid loop. I'm sending you guys. And on YouTube. Dude, the last 3 times, my last 3 raids on YouTube, I've sent you guys to a channel that was ending. I don't know how I do it. The thing is, you can't, on YouTube, when you do the raid, you can't really look at the channel. It's like, it takes you to another tab. And it's like a little weird, it's a little clunky. Here, I'll send you guys to Kai's stream. I'm collabing with Kai and some other idol girls tomorrow. So yeah, I think it's going to be fun. I'll be on collabing with Niana Banyana, some idol girl, Niachu. It's going to be great. Okay, great. She's not ending. I checked this time. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm actually so exhausted now, and I really gotta go to an idol meeting. So I'm going to now take my leave. Thank you everybody for hanging out with me. It's always a good time. Always a fucking good time hanging out with you guys and talking in my chat. I love you guys. Say hello to everybody from me. Prepare the raid message. Sending the cloppers out.